Then my friend put the dice, or the moose poop dice, in his mouth, and it was the oddest thing.
That's upsetting.
Yes, it was.
That unfortunately makes me... Hi, everybody. Welcome to Dice Soup, brought to you by Once Upon a D20. Patreon.
Oh, that was a good one.
Patreon.com/OnceUponAD20. Right here on Twitch, if you want to use your Twitch sub to help us out. Or, if you really want to throw money at it, throw it at the Patreon. It's much better.
Quick follow, those things are fun.
And quick follow, all that.
Yeah,
Like,
don't
share
forget to
it with your
comment,
friends.
subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check out the TikTok, check out the Patreon, check out the YouTube, check out the Twitch, check out all those good things.
All
Yeah.
that stuff.
Indeed.
Well,
hi,
that's the show.
No, I already made that joke on the video that's coming out tomorrow, I think. Anyways,
Last
it's
week.
already. Was it last week? Because I have tomorrow's already uploaded and set up. So check it out, YouTube / Once Upon a D20, I think. Whatever.
Oh,
Point
don't forget
is,
about Brandon Sanderson. Yeah.
hey, no, that's the end.
Yeah.
That is the end. And you leave that one for justice. For justice.
It's because he's not here right now. I figured I'd give it just a little tiny plug
For
at the beginning.
democracy!
For the Republic. All right. So speaking of fun times. Speaking of fun times and lightsabers. So when last we left off, there was so much action last week. Oh my God! Go back and look at the VOD. It's amazing.
I died.
Yeah. Nyack died. He got better. He got better, but he died. And after getting better, Luca reached out to Pike Trickfoot to get to report in and say that they were at the Debatoire Manor and to if they had a way to Nicodranus, you come to Nicodranus and we'll figure stuff out. And pretty immediately, a pair of gnomes appeared in the courtyard of Debatoire Manor, and being invited upstairs, the pair of them suddenly poof from the courtyard up directly into Luca's room. One of them, as Pike Trickfoot, now wearing beautiful gleaming armor, with a sunburst on the chest, a mace that looks like it's like a large holy symbol of Rey, with this kind of burning ember of light inside of the top of this mace hanging from her side. A big on her shield, normal size shield for everybody else, but she's got it, and she's got it good. Gauntlets on, giving her the strength of an ogre. But right next to her, clad in beautiful purple, and let's see, is it going to display? Did it do it right? I win. Clad in beautiful purple hat, jacket, chest hair out, lip fur, big and strong, takes his hat off, introduces himself as Scanlan Shorthalt, making sure to verify who was who, and identifying the Debatoire. He very quickly puts his hat back on, looks him dead in the face, and after all the pleasantries are done, the pleasantry leaves his face, and he growls up, at the man who is at least 3 feet above him. Where the fuck is Kaylee?
Yeesh.
And holding up his hands with the obvious intent of not fighting Scanlan Shorthalt, he kind of points over with one of his claws towards Nyack.
I also hold my hands up.
Absolutely, he threw you under the bus.
No, I fully get that.
The short halt bus, or short bus for short.
Of course.
Oh.
The short bus for short. I never thought I'd hear that. I hold my hands up. Pleasure. Maybe not.
Yeah, immediately upon pointing towards you, and then you putting your hands up, this little man just like steps and like this almost like dancing sachet around Luca, and he steps up to you. It looks like he has like a little version of the same sword on Luca's hip. And it just kind of swings around, and he doesn't have his hand on it. At least his hand on it. You see what looks like a spectral version of his same hand in a lighter, translucent purple, similar to that of his coat. But you just see this little spectral hand holding the hilt of the sword. Same question. Where the fuck is my daughter?
She is currently being held by one. I gotta open up my notes to remember this man's last name. Where the fuck is he? Ludinus. Where's Ludinus?
Deleth.
Deleth. He's currently being held by one Ludinus Deleth in the Vergessen Sanatorium. I can help you get to that sanatorium and get through the defenses in order to save her.
I love that. I love that for your health and mine.
But if you'd also like to take another stab at the man responsible, we could destroy the sanatorium in the process.
And you see his actual right hand reach into his coat and just pull out a wand, very nicely crafted, a little swirl to the craftsmanship of the handle, and he pulls it out, flicks it around, and you see this little at the tip, and he says, "That sounds like a plan.
Well,
Where's this place? I'm going to burn it down."
Well, jeez.
That's good to know. For the record, I just died and I'm still recovering from that.
Congratulations, I've done that a couple of times. Walk it off.
I'm trying.
And as he says, "Walk it off," you actually see a sparkle of energy come out of his mouth as he says that. And as curt of a phrase as it was, it was also an actual healing word.
Okay.
You can do it all by yourself. See, help you out.
Okay. I'll take the 11 healing. I'm fine.
Oh yeah.
With that.
I don't know what else has been on y'all's docket for, and he turns and looks towards Luca. 3 weeks since you checked in.
Tracks.
But I went to Whitestone, and I've been pacing back and forth, and like in the middle of him saying that, Pike reaches over and her free hand kind of holds onto his shoulder, and he whips towards her to look at her, and then like his face immediately softens. You can tell she has a little bit more forgiveness in her face than he does. Up to the point that his face kind of relaxes with looking her in the eyes. And she looks up. "I was trying not to bother you in case you were traveling, looking up things, researching, whatever. I didn't want to hound you every day. Scanlan really did want to hound you every day. So you know where we're going?
Yes. I need just a little bit of time before we can leave here, as there's one matter I need to handle, because as far as anyone knows where we're going, I'm dead.
Good.
Yes, good.
Okay, good. What do you need?
I'm going to borrow Luca's hat of disguise. We're going to go pick up the rest of my party in Rexentrum, and then move on from there.
Scanlan pipes up. How long do you need to disguise?
Just long enough to get out of where we're teleporting to and to, well, my house, in whatever shape it's in.
What do you want to look like?
I'm going to use the cantrip Minor Illusion to kind of give the face of Arenal, actually.
What are we going to do about your wings?
I'm going to tuck them as close to my body as I can and throw a cloak on.
All right. So rather than waiting, because I'm not sure if you can tell this about me, but I fucking hate waiting. Here, pull your wings in. Pull your wings in real close. Keep them over your shoulders, kind of like a cloak. And then he holds his hand up and just kind of pull it off the shelf. It's an elf, and washing over you, you look like Arenal in a very nice feather cloak.
Ooh, that's fun.
As he casts seeming on you.
All right. And then I'm going to now cast Ascending. I do not have many spell slots left. I'm going to cast Ascending to... No, I can't do that. I'm going to use Ascending Stone to call Arenal.
Yeah, you did set that up.
And I'm going to say, I'm alive. Everyone thinks I'm dead. I'm alive. Everyone thinks I'm dead. You now own Cressvale Industries. Call Archivist... What's his name? The Archivist.
The Archivist.
Tell him you are teleporting over. Don't teleport over yourself.
Okay. I'll see you when I see you, I guess. Thank you. I'll do my best. Love you, man.
Oh. I will spend another sending.
Aw.
An actual sending. I have to reply to that. That's so cute. And basically just say, stay with Westra. Threat's still out there. Love you too.
Oh, you said it back.
You got it, boss. And as soon as you cast that second sending and look like you're looking away, Scanlan, true to form, you done yet?
When I finish the sending, yes, my compatriot is going to inform the archivist at the Cobalt Soul in Rexentrum that we will be teleport into the teleportation circle in the Cobalt Soul, I need to start drawing that sigil sequence.
What's it look like?
I guess I'd have a piece of paper that has it on it.
You also have illusion powers.
Oh yeah, I'll spend another illusion to show the sigil sequence.
I mean, minor illusion. It's free.
Yeah. You know what
So, as you show the sigil sequence, he kind of looks around. Are you ready to go?
If you are, I got a lot of explaining to do to my party, but yeah.
Cool. Pike, you ready to go? And she gives a big little thumbs up. All right. And away we go. And you realize that was the back end of what you heard when he arrived, and suddenly you suddenly appear dead center of the teleportation circle, the magic of it flaring underneath you and then dying again. Archivist, was it Xenoth?
I think so.
One of them. The Archivist looks like he's already walking towards the circle, as if perhaps Cathadoc. Yes, Cathadoc had just received word, and as he comes walking up, seeing Arenal, he walks up, holds out a hand, and says, "Arenal, I'm so sorry for your loss."
I am too. But he wanted me to start running the company, so I want to honor my friend's last request.
And you can tell, like, in this moment, he looks down and does a double take on Scanlan, but then, like, kind of pulling back up to, like, the moment that, this is the moment he's focused on, not the celebrity next to you. And he, yes, I'm, do you take his hand?
No, actually.
Okay.
I just kind of give like hands behind me, kind of like a solemn mood, I guess.
Yeah. And he pulls his hand back and just, right. Well, if you require a thing of the soul, let us know. Safety in your travels.
Thank you. Be well. And then I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you go walking, and you have your train of dragon and gnomes following behind you, very particularly as you head off, get moving into, there it is, Rexentrum. The rest of you, having been working hard to put out some real fires, stomping them out, cloaking them out.
Oh, since Erigen's not here, it's a lot easier.
Hey.
Technically, that's true, but also out of pocket.
You are absolutely not wrong, but also, ow.
You are absolutely wrong.
He's
for being so not wrong. Yeah. But as y'all are finishing stamping out the fires, clearing at least enough of the rubble to be able to walk around. Is there anything y'all are doing? Y'all have like a whole hour.
I mean, putting out fires, moving debris, destroying debris, possibly.
Right.
Akira will look for the urn and try to at least reassemble the pieces of the urn, and whatever ash is on the ground next to the urn, Akira will sweep up and put into an envelope.
Oh my god.
Damn.
As a way of trying to make amends, and given that my brother and I are crafters, we will make a Nyack a new urn.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh my
So
god.
you know,
Getting all that together.
Shade's gonna be spending his time going through Nyack's things.
Oh yeah.
And he raid.
And
How did you find out I was at the taffy factory? Your diary.
and as you go in to go search through Nyack's things, just with your passive investigation,
26.
going, yeah, I know.
I was saying for everybody
have to-
else.
You don't have to tell me once. No, you. It is not hard for you to find that you can't find anything, but specifically, you find what looks like drawers.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you. Drawers that have the slight discoloration of having had stuff sitting there and then suddenly not. Like there's a little bit of dust on the inside, except in this very particular rectangle. And there's a couple of drawers like that. Like they were recently evacuated.
Gotcha.
And in fact, not just regular drawers, but one of them, a lockbox that you make very short work of.
Sounds like you have a key for it.
I'm literally not going to ask you to roll that. Right, but real quick, what's the minimum 10 on that one?
The what?
I
I don't have the.
Oh, you don't have
that yet.
reliable yet. That's right.
But
'Cause
at
you want one
minimum,
level a month.
at minimum, it would be a 15.
Oh yeah, if you not won it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be the mundane lock I have on that.
Yeah, it's 15 DC is a good solid lock. Oops.
Solid lock.
Even
To shred to say.
I mean, I was also gonna point
Yeah, go
out that Slayer would actually be assisting with this process. So if he couldn't pick the lock,
it would be open shortly after.
The lock. Either way, we're getting past the lock.
yeah,
oh, yeah. It seems like when you extend the dagger point out of the front of the key, it sometimes pops out with a couple of extra teeth and whatnot to try and help you with the undoing of a lock.
You
It
go.
works,
There you go.
Sorry.
and you do get it open, and it looks like there was stuff in here, and it is emptied out.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's like whatever was going down beforehand, Nyack made sure to cover his bases before all of this went down.
Just leads me to certain suspicions of, well, what is he hiding?
Oh,
We'll
even
find out in like 5 minutes.
oh yeah, no worries. Even more so, you'd be able to look at the floor and see the vague imprint and the smell of the spent magic, of like the residue of a teleportation circle. So whatever was in there is out, and wherever it went, it probably got teleported away.
Gotcha. Alright. I'll relay a little bit of information. I don't know if Slayer's got his brain on right now, but I'll try and make it easy for him to understand. But just informing you of that.
Justice, if you're talking, we can't hear you.
No, brain's not on.
Okay.
Bring that on.
So as long as you use it, now it's not.
That's essentially.
Got it.
So,
Got it.
not the greatest.
Yeah.
Just leads to more questions. I'm not happy about it.
Yeah,
But
seems sketchy.
Me? Sketchy? No.
while y'all are finishing up this clean up and clean out, as it were, you do end up hearing some of the wood crack at the front door as Naya.
Oh,
Go ahead.
one other thing Slayer would be doing is he would be looking at the. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it to drag while I moved him. That's not. Anyway,
I can never.
looking
accomplish
at
that.
the. Aftermath of the blood splatter. He'd be he's a tracker. He'd be.
I'll take a survival. I'll take a survival check for that one. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Trying to memorize what this person smelt like and other things.
Let me smell your blood, woman.
So 15
She,
or 14.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, she didn't. She definitely didn't clean up after herself. So you don't find a whole lot, but there is definitely blood splatter about, and just getting some of it up and getting the sniff on it, getting the lick on it.
If I ever bump into someone who smells like that in the crowd, essentially is what I'm going for.
Simple as you play. That's definitely a way to do it, for sure. And yeah, there's this when you smell it, it smells a little off. Like you're used to blood, right? Like blood and different bloods have different things happen with them.
Yeah.
And then when there's a little bit of a weird sourness to the smell, and so you lick it, and
Yeah.
I'll throw
Is it like a
medicine.
9-volt?
Throw medicine.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it like licking a 9-volt?
we'll see.
It's 50.
With 15. You've had the occasion for old blood to fall into your mouth before, where maybe
fighting dead things.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, fighting dead things happens. It definitely tastes in that arena, but it's not entirely acrid, but it's not entirely fresh either, which is weird because it was here in the last 15-20 minutes that it was spilled. So that triggers an odd to you.
Okay.
But Luca, Arenal, and Pike and Grog, or Pike and Grog,
Scanlan.
Pike and Scanlan.
Grog.
Thank you.
Grog.
Grog's here. No, just kidding.
I said what I said.
Ooh.
Grog, they thought I was you.
Indeed.
You should take that as a compliment.
Yeah, he would probably say that, actually. You're
But-
the most compliment in your life.
I mean, aren't we all just a little bit grog these days? Just
Yeah, always.
Groggy.
one more than the rest of us, I'd say.
But yes, Nyack leading the way as Arenal, in a very nice feathered cloak. Luca following behind, and the Clanky and the Swanky, Pike and Scanlan, trailing right behind. And
Swanky and Swanky.
walking in, you hear kind of the oh my god under her breath gasp of Pike, which is then followed by Scanlan's. Speaking of burning a place down, what the fuck happened in here?
I'm going to look at the now destroyed staircase, and I'm going to say, it's a good thing I never used that.
Akira is doing their best not to make eye contact with anybody talking about where the fireball is.
Trying to whistle but can't whistle.
Yeah, but on the table is a really nice envelope and pieces of the broken urn.
I'll turn to Scanlan and I'll say, we are at our intended location, at least to gather my party. I do think I'm no longer in need of borrowing my compatriot's faith.
Are you sure? It can last another, 7 hours.
How long how long has it been since Luca ran off with Nyack?
A little over an hour.
Well, considering we had dinner, would it be closer to 2?
I mean, because it took an hour for the ritual, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it took an hour for the ritual, yeah.
A little over 2 hours.
So about 2 hours, 2 plus. So okay. So for the last 2 hours, Asher has been helping to kind of get the chaos under. Now that didn't take super long, I imagine, to get the fires out.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm. With as many people as you had, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah, and so I've also been sitting here contemplating, what happened and everything, and then basically you would probably see Asher just kind of on the sidelines, kind of just sitting at a table or sitting on a bench, sitting somewhere, just kind of head in hands or something like that, just kind of stressing. So as soon as you guys pop up there and he can see you, are you guys I missed where you came in at? Was the common area, the middle of the room?
Yeah, the front, the front door. Just walking through the through the rubble.
Yeah. So as soon as you are in line of sight, I kind of look up at you, and
He looks like Arenal right now.
And I will walk off to you, and I'll be like, "Okay, what the hell? I didn't realize what he just ran off with you. I didn't know if he had a plan or what. What the hell happened?"
I do look like Arenal right now, but to answer Scanlan's question, I will say, yes, if we need to do any more movement, I have other ways to conceal my location and my
Guys, yourself.
pertinence.
All right. Well, snap, and it evaporates. It evaporates from Nyack.
If I could get everyone to meet me or to follow me to the meeting room, there's obviously quite a bit we need to discuss.
Didn't you die?
Didn't you die? Weren't you just dead?
Yes, it was rather peaceful, actually. Anywho, and I'm going to start walking. Should probably click this so I can do my little movement.
Slayer and Kassir's just standing there, at the anywho, what? Okay.
I'm going this way.
Yeah, Akira is just what the hell? You were just dead.
Very confusing.
As I'm walking...
Yes, love, but remember when I talked about having a little bit of insurance?
Yeah.
I cashed in a part of it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, sure, you had him brought back.
Yes, I brought him back.
All right. Okay.
As I'm walking,
See,
oh yeah, go ahead.
I died, but like God brought me back. So I was just curious as to how he came back.
Oh yes, I've been practicing a bit of magics that I've been inquiring about, pondering exactly, because we're getting to a point where us dying is a real possibility. So I wanted to not have to rely on anyone else for the ability to bring any of you back, if I could help it.
I see.
That's fair. No, you wanted to go back, right? Obviously. Yeah.
I'll come back to the room. Yes, I have some rather obviously unfinished business to attend.
I say, since you were here, I just want to make sure that you were cool with it.
Oh,
Yes.
he would not have been able to come back otherwise. I can't force someone to life.
Yes. Also, Cochise, are you able to send messages?
No, I don't have sending, no.
Luca, would you be a dear? I do hate to ask this of you, but would you ask Artagan to would you again change the date and ask Artagan to come here?
Do you need me to call on him for a favor?
No, I'm sure he can use you as his spawn point without having to call on a favor. If need be, tell him I've asked for him.
Any particular reason?
He needs to know what's happening just as much as the rest of you do. Shade, I know you're upstairs. You ain't gonna find nothing in my office. Why don't you come on down?
Yeah, I know. Didn't think I would, but I found more questions.
All will be answered.
Luca kind of.
Shay just hops down from the center down to behind Scanlan.
I can only exert one more of these today. So just
Well, if you'd prefer, I can do it. It's rather taxing.
Oh yes, same in fact.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. Don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Thank you. Coming from you anyway.
So I'll cast Ascending to Artagan and say, Darling, I do hate to change our meeting time again, but how quickly can you come to me?
Sounds like a personal question.
That is actually the first part of what he responds with. Is that sounds like a very personal question. Though at the same time, I thought you were in Nicodranus when I peeped in on you earlier. So I went to go see one of my old friends there.
Shit.
So,
Can you? Can you come to the? It's a. I know this. I know this place. It is called.
Peace.
It's called a place.
It is called the place. It's true. Ask anybody.
That tracks.
is it the good?
Did, You could meet me at the Lava Chateau. And that is the end of that setting.
Shit. I mean, I still have spell slots to spare.
If you want to, they're there.
I'll respond just one time, and I'll say, how about next time you get a chance, scry on me, and I'll explain what's going on.
You just scrying, you know?
You couldn't stop me if you tried.
Oh, and I will finish that with, just let me know when you're ready to do. I meant to add that to the end of my... Well, everyone, if you would be so kind as to follow me to this meeting room back here. We have a lot to talk about, apparently.
You know, as fucked up as this room is, it's actually quite lovely and open. Lots of ways out. Why are you taking us into a back room? Just Scanlan kind of looking you over again, just like.
Like, is that the meat man?
Would you?
Just realizing Scalen's there.
Yeah. And he looks up at you, and this big Burt Reynolds smile underneath his very thick mustache. You've heard of me?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Grub.
You are a huge fan.
I'm assuming Shade has heard about just about all the individuals of this, of Vox Machina and whatnot, being of who he is.
Heard of for sure.
Yeah. Haven't gotten to meet, but yes.
Yeah. You might have here in Rexentrum have actually seen him put on a stage play version of the Legend of Vox Machina.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
a little disclaimer if you stick around White Stone for too long, because you see them all the time. They're everywhere. You run into them occasionally. It's kind of like. It's like you meet your celebrity and you're like, you see him 12 times in the same week. You're just kind of like, okay.
It's not that big of a deal anymore.
That's just Paul Rudd.
I think the only reason Slayer recognizes Scanlan is because he's seen Kaylee disguised as Scanlan.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And he steps up onto this perch log, and is still 4 feet shorter than you, and just look I was like, well, it's great to meet such a huge fan. He reaches up his little hand,
reaches down like 2 fingers.
Maybe just one.
Shakes it and
it's a true pleasure to meet such a close friend of Grog.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. You'd be a big fan of Grog. Oh, next to Grog, a medium fan of Grog. That's all right.
It's just right over Slayer's head.
He's like,
somehow.
The joke, not Scanlan, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
right. And he do you need an autograph? I can do mine. I can do Grog's, because Grog can barely do Grog's.
Actually, yeah, it's for you, and he's like fumbling for something. Let's go.
I'll produce a piece.
Akira will. Yeah, I'm gonna say Akira was gonna hand you some parchment, but it looks like Nyack beat to it.
No, he's gonna.
There's a little bit of blood on the parchment.
Of course, there's. Where should you go? The thing. Oh, there it is. He's gonna pull out the carved lightning bolt that Nafka gave him.
Oh.
He looks at. That is a very fine symbol of. And he starts to say chord, and then like looks around. He's like, "We're in the Empire, aren't we?"
Yes, Rex.
You're very brave. And, like full on, and he reaches into his coat, pulls out first a little inkwell, and then a quill, and just kind of dips, does a very big fancy S scribble L scribble S scribble H scribble T. And then right underneath it, he does it looks like that one's effortless, and then he actually goes and like does this like weird G backwards R all caps kind of grog.
Oh.
And
Love it.
And he's like,
Ants.
I told you, I helped give out his signature. I mean it. And then he just kind of blows, and you see his hand just kind of wave over it, and a little bit of heat kind of washes over it, and he's just and he does a quick little smudge test with his pinky. No smudge. Good to go. Enjoy.
Also, Scanlan, if you're worried about the bringing you to a private room, I'm going to start pulling out all my knives. I will put these away for the duration of our meeting.
Oh no, you know I have a wand of fireballs in my pocket. I just wanted to be sure that I wasn't going to have to fireball my way out.
You won't have to.
Somebody already beat you to that one.
Yeah,
Akira still looking at the ceiling, whistling Dixie.
Actually, I think that fireball was meant to keep someone in, not out.
fair. But
It was
all right,
meant to stop the person from stabbing you.
Where are we gonna go
reference,
sit?
That carved lightning bolt, as a reminder to everyone in Giant, also says "Storms guided your."
Scanlan does not pick it up. Pike does.
Yeah.
She has a little smile about that.
Does the Slayer cherish that?
I've carried it. I added it as a custom item. It's in there. Like
He does
held
seem
on
to
to
care
it.
for it.
Yeah, it's the only thing he's got from Nock. You're one of his pups.
I did. I gave a few people some things from Nock, and then I gave Erdrin my kunai, and then Erdrin immediately retired.
he's coming back, and he's going to have the kunai when he returns.
And it's gonna be even better.
I have it.
Yeah, no, it got handed off. Yeah.
No, you
I
have the
have it.
Kusarigama.
Oh yeah, I had the Kasaragan. That's right. I had the Kasaragan.
I still have
Right,
the kunai.
right. But
I
yeah,
have the
so
chain and blade.
Scanlan and Pike kind of just walk behind Nyack. Well, Swagger and Clank behind Nyack.
Also, Nyack is walking like an old man using his staff of defense as a walking stick currently. He's in pain.
So you can sit at the head of the table. That's fine. I'll stand at the head of the other side.
I'll just stand on your shoulder.
You know, you're right in front of the statue of my great. No, only two more. Grandfather.
Yeah.
No, I want to be here.
Okay,
Just on the table. Just laying there all seductively.
I want to be here.
It is a big cold stone table. You lay it on it, it all of a sudden becomes a hot stone table.
No, I love how I put it there and I just saw it drift over. I was like, no.
No.
I say it. No.
I said it's table time.
I say here.
Sorry if I'm low energy today, guys. I was up late, so I'm goofy.
You too?
I have some sinus problems. I'm not sure if you could tell by the way that when I try and laugh genuinely, all of a sudden I start coughing genuinely too.
No way.
Oh.
Wild.
Unheard of.
Thanks, May in Washington.
Unreal.
Anyway.
And then once everyone's inside, I'm going to start by saying, Shade,
That police state.
what does the Algan Trust feel about the Volstrucker Agency?
Oh, wait. Is this a conversation I should put my brain on for?
That would probably be
I
a good
think
idea.
so.
Maybe.
I think
Do
so.
we have a minute? Can we take some time for me to do that?
I forget you've got to attune to it.
Yeah, I've got to attend to it, yeah.
That takes some time.
I need an hour, please.
I mean, sure, it would give me a moment to have a word with Shade, actually. But
Well, I feel like I should pay
sure.
attention to that conversation too. Maybe you can just get your thoughts in order while I'll get my thoughts in order.
I have my thoughts in order.
This
Yeah, me
dance is
too.
crazy.
And I'll tap my own headband and
This-
like, I have my thoughts.
Slayer,
in order.
what are you abandoning attunement on?
Probably belt of fire giant strength. I usually
okay.
swap my brawn and my brains.
Oh,
That's what I
right.
do.
Hmm.
Would you like brunch while we wait?
You either equalize them or you crank them.
Yeah.
Min max. Yeah, it's you either equalize them or min max them. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. Got it.
And you say something about food, and Pike says, "You got a kitchen?"
I've got a candle.
Yes.
A feast. I've got that feast candle.
You do.
You have a candle. Okay,
The confusion sets in.
Do you really want to use that?
but
I
so
mean, how long does heroic feast last? For? Probably not. I don't probably don't
24
want to use
hours.
it. 24 hours. Yeah, no, I don't want to use it yet.
It's a good,
But-
It's just
it's like if you're going into something big,
yeah.
Yeah.
Probably we want to use it before the dragon fight.
Probably.
Yes.
but
or during the dragon fight.
Or we don't
That's
fight the
not
dragon
how
and we
that
get the
works.
dragon. Or we don't fight the dragon and we get the dragon to help us.
Lighting up a
That-
candle with food.
That's true. Actually,
yeah,
you do
so-
now know that the dragon is a cordite. You did share
Which-
that information.
When I haven't shared that
Oh,
information,
you
to
haven't.
I've shared it above table. I haven't shared
Okay.
it.
All right.
I'm going
but
to
Pike
here shortly.
Pike just kind of charges out of the room, slides her shield onto her back, and is just like, "I'll go make some food."
Yes, if you need anything, please let me know. I can get it handled.
She calls from down the hallway where she's clanking away. "I may do with less than. I think we'll be okay." You hear her open the door, and she kind of.
Oh, just please don't use anything on the top shelf. None of it is safe for humanoid consumption.
What?
I can purify it. Don't worry.
Please don't purify it.
Oh,
Too late. It's purified.
When you say,
That would be
when
funny.
you pop up with that safe for consumption, like that's whenever Ash will give a look over to Nyack, like the hell, dude.
You have
Okay,
the
I
weirdest
won't.
things in your kitchen.
and you hear her. you
Where
hear
else
her
do you mess
like,
with your poisons?
Not in the kitchen.
Don't shit where you eat.
Start making old lace.
Yeah, exactly. That's shit we eat. So yeah, Slayer just Statue of David's it for a while.
Just chilling.
Just
Come
like
on.
in
Come
thought,
on.
or the thinker even. just
Yeah,
like-
thinker. And
He tries
while
an
you're-
Atlas pose for a minute just to see if
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah,
Try-
While you're setting up, you hear Pike just kind of
Smoke starts coming out of his ears now.
you hear the chopping and the assembly, and it seems like she knew at least a little bit of what she was doing, because she comes back and there are relatively thick cut toast, toasted meat and cheese sandwiches with a little bit of lettuce, a little bit of tomato.
If we are taking a short, considering this as a short rest, I am going to use my what is it? Song of something.
Yeah, those of you, Song of Rest.
Rest.
Yeah, if y'all can take a short rest.
I didn't lose any HP, and I don't think
say.
I used anything that comes back on a short rest. But I'll click the button.
See what happens.
Still giving you my Song of Rest because they're giving you guys.
That's fine. That's fair.
You're taking it.
Also, with a short rest, Slayer could be having a jaunty conversation.
I could, but I mean, I already said I was doing the thinker, but I guess
That's
I
fair.
could be,
Pondering deep thoughts.
pondering deep thoughts.
He's pondering your
Occasionally,
orb, mainly.
occasionally maybe speaking them aloud. In an inspiring manner, one might say.
Indeed.
I like to imagine that as his brain is plugging in and he's attuning to it, his thoughts become more and more like actual, like have meaning to them, and it's like,
Yeah.
and then you come to weird realizations of like, fish don't have lungs, just like something random.
Some do actually.
That's
You get
that's a later thought that he has, because a 19 is pretty goddamn intelligent. So he's like, well, actually, some fish do have lungs.
for those who need it, you get 7 points of Song of Rest healing. I'm assuming no one needs it.
And if Jeremy's allowing it, you also get that 14 temp HP from an inspiring speech.
That's
Thank you.
actually
I needed
that's
that.
how inspiring leader works. You can only have it once per short rest, so like you can charge it and then you can recharge it, right? Or is it once a day? I'm pretty sure it's.
I'm
You
not
have to short
entirely
rest.
certain, to be honest.
I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up real fast.
I'm doing it too.
Easy enough.
I'm doing
good thing
it
to know.
too.
It doesn't say it has a limitation, actually.
I thought
I'm
it.
reading.
Yeah, I thought it had the
Oh,
limitation.
creature
of-
can't gain temporary hit points from this feat until it has finished a short or long rest.
You
Okay.
have to
Yeah.
finish
Oh, yeah.
a rest.
Yeah. That
Okay,
makes.
so you spin it right at the end of your short
It's
rest.
Yeah.
been a while since I've played my very, very inspiring bard. So thank you. Yes, it's been a while since I played my very, very inspiring bard. Who we played at a big world event thing that was like 12 D&D tables, and we had our first part of the big huge session was like a party where all of the heroes were, and I was actually a player and not a DM in that one, so I got to go around and just be like shaking hands, glad handing people, and being like, by the way, you get we talk for 10 minutes and you get 25 bonus temporary hit points, and it turns out I actually saved an entire table of people by doing that, so I felt really good about that.
Oh, yeah.
Shake hand,
Do it.
kiss baby, kiss baby, shake
Yeah.
hand, shake baby. Wait, what?
Wait a minute.
What?
Instructions unclear. Stuck dick and toaster.
My favorite one is instructions unclear, dick stuck in ceiling fan.
Dick caught in stealing fan. In stealing fan? I can't speak today.
Stealing
Indeed.
fan.
Dick caught in the stealing fan. Is it made of
But
steel,
yes.
or is it taking things from you?
But yes.
It's a person who's a fan of stealing.
It's actually a fan that steals your resolve.
Yeah.
It's a fan that makes things out of steel. It's a stealing thing.
They're off the rails. Steel rails?
Indeed. Indeed. So, as food is passed around, Slayer's sitting there in thinker pose, gets served a sandwich, just very quickly like takes a sandwich and starts eating in the thinker pose, having the thoughts spark as his intelligence slowly cranks up from 4 to 19, an entire 15 points of intelligence. Just
he starts to see the string theory in front of him. Thank you, Pike. That is very gracious of you.
Your food. But yeah, thanks. And she just manja. You know that powdered sugar you had on the top shelf should taste really good.
Hmm?
That's where his dad's ashes were.
So, Shade, how does the Augen Trust feel about the Volstrucker agent?
I would say a person of interest.
Would they like to dismantle this agency, as it is an off-the-books, unofficial, rather destructive agency?
I don't know, Jeremy, would they?
Oh yeah, no, this is like the Augen Trust is on book but secret. The Volstruckers are off book.
Gotcha.
So one is straight up black ops because they're being funded.
Yeah, one.
The other
Yeah,
one, and one is just a rogue is a rogue agent. Got it.
yeah. One is state sanctioned, and one of them is not.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, probably the more information, the better. Well, I mean, I would suppose so. Yeah, you could say. Why? What are you getting at?
What I'm offering and hoping you all will join me on is an opportunity to destroy probably the most destructive man in the Dwendalian Empire. A man who took over the Volstrucker Agency after Trent Ithacon, however you say it. I'm bad at names.
Ichthon.
Ithacon. A man who took it over after Trent Ithacon went to prison. Specifically, Ludinus Delay. As of 5 days ago, I was ousted from the Volstrucker Agency by Ludinus, and that agent who came here this morning to kill me was sent under duress as she had someone being controlled, forcing her to do this in order to eliminate my threat to the agency. She completed her job, so I'm asking you not to kill her. But, because she is a rather good friend, all things considered. But the agency is destroying itself and is threatening the very careful peace placed between the Kryn dynasty and the Dwendalian Empire. And furthermore, he just had me killed earlier today. So I fully intend tearing everything he loves and cares for a limb.
I mean, I guess that's understandable.
And the first step of that is to go to the Vergussen?
Yeah.
To go to the Vergussen Sanatorium, which he also took over from Trent Ithacon, and for where I was trained to be a Volstrucker agent, in order to destroy most of his material holdings and to, turning to Scanlan and Pike, to save... Why'd you have to put that in Roll20 chat while I'm looking at it, Jeremy? And to save one Kaylee Shorthall, which was placed there after her identity was discovered by myself while I was still in good graces with the agency. I have the ability to get us into.
Hold on. You say that, and
Gets a reaction from Slayer as well.
Scanlan actually looks at you, because I don't think you said that part of it when you were copping to
I
stuff
did not.
earlier.
I did not.
And he is going to try and cast a spell on you.
I'm going to let it happen.
Make a wisdom save.
Very well. With my 4 penalty to it right now.
Oh, can you make a how unpositive is it?
I'm assuming a 6 won't beat it, so.
I got a
Correct.
-3.
Yeah.
A -3 to it.
Okay, so he holds out his hand, and it looks like marionette strings just shoot off of his hand and all like tether onto you, and he focuses in on you, and you just feel your entire physical ability to control your body leave. And you see him turn his hand, and you turn and face him, and you see Pike like half a slice of tomato hanging out of her mouth, like looking at the back of Scanlan's head with these eyes of like, you could tell she's wondering whether or not she should or can do anything about this. And you can tell she's pondering that over his shoulder as he's looking at you with smoldering eyes.
I'm assuming I'm also unable to speak.
Oh no, that is the part that you do have control over.
Okay.
He is puppeting you with a dominate person.
Okay. As he turns me, I'm putting myself at your grace, but do know I am trying to do the right thing and cover her now. Trying to make amends for my poor acts.
Poor acts? And as he marionettes you, you actually bend down and put your hands down to hold him, and he steps up into your hands and stands you up, and he's eyes to eyes with you. I want you to understand something. Before Kaylee, I didn't know love in my life. I tried. I searched for it. I even found it. And he kind of glances over towards Pike. But I didn't know what to do with it until that girl walked into my life. I've done some stupid shit. But she's the best thing I've ever done. And if you don't want to find out the worst thing I could ever do, you make sure that this works. And he hops off of your hands and closes his hand and releases you.
Like hearing this whole thing, Akira is going to just kind of stand up and say, "We will make sure we get her back, whatever the plan is."
He walks over, snatches the tomato still hanging out of Pike's mouth, and pops it in his own. And he just kind of nods at her like, I wasn't gonna kill him. Like that just kind of looked like, But
As I was saying, we have an opportunity now as Ludinus Deleth is currently distracted in order to save Kaylee and to start destroying what he's built up over the years. And I am able to get you to the sanatorium. I do not know, Scanlan, if your wish would work, as I know the security of the sanatorium is rather formidable.
My wish? Who told you I had a wish?
I don't know that, do I? If I don't know that, I retract that statement.
Means
I'm gonna turn the voice off again real quick because I was gonna say something, but I think Slayer might.
Slayer might have said it.
He knows the story of Vox Machina. He knows that
Yeah.
like Scanlan has wished for.
No, it's fair. No, it's fair. No, it was more of a.
That was more of a me letting above table knowledge slip into player knowledge accidentally.
But
If I don't
but
know
he,
that, I don't know it.
I'll say, but he'll look you over, and say, "My wish brought together my best friend and his sister for the very last time. That was the last thing I could and will ever wish for. So I'm not going in there with ultimate power of the universe." And he pulls the wand back most of the way out of his jacket again. "I'm planning on going in and burning the motherfucker down."
Of course. I do think we have another opportunity. Slayer, you were interested in a particular dragon, and I found you information. What I withheld before new events led to my sudden changing of allegiances. That dragon is a cordite. That dragon may just be able to help you, to help us, in tearing this sanatorium to the ground.
Akira will actually look to Slayer and just kind of ask Slayer in front of everyone, not mentally. Dragons could be cordites? I've never heard of a dragon with a religion before, or a belief.
His name is Duaz.
dragons are intelligent creatures. They can recognize true strength when they see it or hear of it.
So, if the dragon's a cordite, then we don't have to kill it, right? Maybe we can reason with it?
It is entirely possible. Though it bothers me that you withheld this information.
Nyack, to be honest, it bothers me that your allegiance seemed to change kind of like the wind.
Which is an understandable concern.
And who's to say that the wind won't change again and blow you back against us?
The hole carved in my chest earlier today. You all defended me when you had no need to, when I suspect, iron shade a little bit, you had reasons to not be too favorable of. And you all defended. You all helped me in a time where you absolutely did not have to, and I fully intend to return it in favor. Do you know that even in death, taking this act against Ludinus is rather dangerous to me as a ghost anyway? Or ghost as much as you can be while still breathing with a beating heart and eating. what I'm trying to say is, this man tried to destroy my life. And if you can trust one thing, I will succeed in destroying his. Whether you want to trust me or not is another matter. But trust that I'm going to destroy his life.
Rescuing his daughter is the objective first. Ruining his life, that can come second. But rescuing the target, that's priority one.
What sort of place is this sanitarium? What other things are done here?
When the Volstrucker Agency was still being run by Trent Ickathon, that was where he trained agents, and where, ruffling my featherbacks as much as it can, where he implants residuum in Volstrucker agents in their forearms, and then puts tattoos on it to hide them. Now, as far as I'm aware, it is merely where Ludinus Deleth's most loyal servants stay, and where it's currently being operated as a political prison for people like Kaylee Shorthall, with rather prominent wards preventing teleportation and communication for the cells.
Well, that sounds wonderful.
So there are probably other prisoners there.
Maybe. I'm not quite certain. The only one I'm positive on is Kaylee Shorthall. Furthermore, if this doesn't go exactly how we want it to go, all of us will have to leave the Dwendalian Empire for the rest of our lives. As Ludinus is part of the Cerberus Assembly, which are the advisors of King Dwendal of the Dwendalian Empire. Which is why we need to destroy his reputation, get him removed from the Cerberus Assembly while we achieve our other goals of saving Kaylee.
I think he's handing a bunch of incriminating documents with suffice.
I tend to agree with what Slayer says.
Yes. Most of the incriminating documents I gave to Arenal to hold until my actual death, to release at that point. However, there's some, pull out my personal notebook, that I've kept that we can give to the king before leaving the city.
Well, I do think it is.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I do think it is more important now than ever that we beseech. What was the dragon's name?
Dwaz.
Beseech Dwaz for
Just
his aid in this endeavor. Perhaps
I agree.
he'd be willing to bestow the artifact of cold he has upon a worthy believer in the faith.
And to add to Slayer's
Wait, hold on. Y'all are talking about teaming up with a dragon? And he looks towards
I've heard this group say.
he looks back towards Pike. Are they for real? And she
about
just
fighting the dragon.
Until new information arose.
she looks at him. Scan, not all dragons are like the ones that we fought.
But
Okay.
if we are to achieve dual goals, I think the best person to present a case against Ludinus Deleth to the king would be a person by the name of Goat.
Goat.
Do you agree with that assessment, Shade?
What?
Yeah.
Do I know this
Let's go.
individual?
Do you know Goat?
Do you know a
Slayer
ghost?
looks over his shade on his shoulder.
Ghost.
Oh, ghost. So you said goat.
Sorry.
Like G-O-A-T. Like goat.
I don't know off the top of my head. I have no idea.
But
It's your
ghost
boss.
up there. Ghost is your boss.
Jeremy, knowledge.
I'll say no. You know him as a ghost.
Okay.
You don't know. Well, Nyack, you know him as a ghost. You don't know his name.
But I would
Fair.
I would
Well, I wasn't saying his name.
I
was
would
just
assume
calling
I
him
would
Ghost.
know his like
Yeah.
alias that he gets called and whatnot.
Oh yeah, no. It's not even like his own moniker.
Mhm.
It's the fact that nobody else can figure out who he is.
Mm-hmm. So I know this guy.
Yeah, it's Oliver.
Okay. Okay, and what of him?
I think our best case of getting Ludinus Deleth removed from the Cerberus Assembly, thus making sure we are still safe to operate on the Empire, would be for a particular spectral friend to present a case of misdeed, ill-fitting actions towards the king.
Well, I'm going to need a lot of information for him because obviously he's not going to just do this of his own volition on your word. So,
Of course. Hence, the little black book here. And if we wanted to, we could gather more information from the sanatorium before departing and leaving it in a smoke of ash, because cool guys don't look at explosions.
Damn right.
I mean, easy enough.
And after we freed any other prisoners that might be being held there.
And if we get the testimony of one Kaylee Shorthall, maybe. Essentially, I'm offering my own black book against Ludinus as a down payment for making this case.
Do you think that's going to be enough? Just that black book?
On its own, maybe. But like I said, there's definitely more to be found in the sanatorium.
Well, at this point, at best, I can give it a run by and see what he has to say.
The rest of the information, of course, is being held by Aeronol. Or the rest of my personal notes and information is being held by Aeronol.
Okay.
Which, should we decide he needs that information, I can rather simply get it back to us.
Would probably be easier if we had more information to sway him. But if anything, I can start with that little black book you've got there, and he kind of reaches out a hand, gesturing, to get the book from you.
Can I trust you to do what's right with this book?
I'm going to do everything I can with it. I'm not going to be destroying it. I'm going to be getting the information to higher ups, and we'll see where they take it.
And with that, I will
state your
give him.
case.
I will give him my black book as the down payment of information, I guess.
Shadle, you know, after he gets it in his possession, he'll kind of like thumb through it real quick just to glance through, seeing if indeed it does have, you know, this information he speaks of.
Flipping through it, it is well calligraphied. None of it looking close, none of it seems illusory. It is very much a mundane book with a lot of very clear writing in it, and there are words like murder, assassination order,
Gotcha.
all manner of just like little phrases that pop out to you. Poison, you know, and
Shreds, you say?
flip
To
it.
shreds, you say.
Who shreds, you say?
If you
It's
control
like
to
every
shred
other page.
every other page, yeah, control F, it's like 1 of 237
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, flipping to the last page, you actually see the entry titled, let me make sure I get this right.
Nostril Gracebone.
Yes, the assassination of Nostoc Gracebine.
Gotcha. Well,
Who you as a knower of powers and players, that was the head of one of the 5 big families of Craghammer.
ooh, better. So, I will take this and do with it as much as I can, as you requested. And if you can get
Let
the
me
rest
know
of
if you
that
need-
information, if honestly, if you could just start acquiring, as I said, the more the better. Because if you're not even certain yourself with this book alone is going to sway somebody, we need more.
Of course.
Akira's gonna raise their hand, and they're gonna say, "Maybe you should ruin his reputation as we leave town to get the dragon. Maybe you should hand this over to the authorities as we leave. Therefore, pressure is already mounting on him."
You should have
My sen-
Aronol. Sorry, I thought you were finished.
Yeah, no. My sensei would say, distract your opponent on several fronts.
As I understand, he is currently distracted. Hence why this opportunity to attack the sanatorium is available to us.
As Asia said, on several fronts, so perhaps having Aronol also disseminate what he knows.
I
You know
agree.
what?
Maybe
That's fair.
get the information out there already, and then having this extra to seal it.
Have Aronol disseminate what he knows wherever he's at, so that it spreads from there, and then Shade, turn in that book to your boss. Have him take it to the king if that's the kind of pull your boss has.
I will call him, but I will also say if I
Maybe
do
you
this,
should throw some stuff for it. Maybe you should throw some stuff in there about how he's also trying to make Cochise look bad.
well, Ludinus actually sent a troop of men to try to kill Duaz, which I think is another good reason for us to recruit Duaz, because he could also have a personal vendetta against a man who tried to have him killed recently.
That's it. Thank you for saying that. It actually makes it's a good point.
It
But
makes talking to him easier.
yes,
Yes.
I will call Aronol. But I will say I'm gonna have to sleep. We're gonna have to stay here at least one night because I am tired as hell and I'm nearly spent of magical energy.
That's understandable.
You
So, yeah. But
you need a place to sleep?
Oh no, we're good to sleep here. In fact, you are invited to take up one of the rooms for the evening.
You just said that you had an assassination attempt right there, and he points
Yes.
like in that
Success.
direction.
Yes, but now I am dead, and as anyone in the city knows, my friend who lived with me, Arenol, has come back to Crestvale Manor.
I don't trust that. And like as he says that, he
I don't really are, to be fair. It sounds quite flimsy.
he reaches behind him, and this loot that's been strapped back there comes around, and he starts doing this little do 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 do, and kind of this repeating thing. And as he does, on the wall right between you and him, these golden strands start running up the wall, forming a door that is very, very intricately carved, ornate, and then after about a minute it solidifies into a beautiful solid wooden door.
We get a private sanctum.
And better than private sanctum. And he just reaches up and snap, and it opens into a beautiful foyer, double staircase going up to a second floor, a fireplace with mantle of him on the back of like a gray render, standing naked, like he's surfing on the back of this gray render.
I have
Magnificent
Fire
mansion.
lit. Yeah. And he says, I feel much safer in here. So if any of the rest of you feel safer in here, that's where me and Pike will be.
Akira's gonna stroll through, and then when they see the picture, they're gonna turn and look at Luca and just be like, "What?" Like, okay.
He's an artist, love. They take some liberties, and Scanlan immediately like cuts him off. Is like, no, that's that. I did that. I rode naked on the back of a gray render. It was awesome.
I see.
Vexalia did not like it.
guess. Oh,
Apparently, it's a spirit of the parchwood or something. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. It was a cool beast, and I got to. Go ahead.
As he says this, you can see the dotted line Akira is making from the penis in the picture to where the bulge would be in his pants. Just kind of like,
It's not exaggerated. It's not exaggerated. It's the cube. He calls it.
Just a big blush comes across Akira's face, and they just keep walking.
Then, like he catches it, and he's like, "It shoots lightning too."
Just a bigger blush. Akira has no response. Just a bigger blush.
Slayer just nods and says, "It's true. I've heard the stories."
He goes walking in and leading you all in, just kind of pointing out, upstairs you'll find different rooms. I don't know what you all like, so I just made them all look like smaller, slightly less wonderful rooms that are like mine, mirrors over the beds and nice chambers and what have you. If you go,
why are there mirrors over the bed?
if you don't know, I can't tell you.
It's clearly so you can just see any intruders while you're sleeping.
Oh, it's because you like to be aware of your enemies. Got you. Okay, I can get behind that.
I definitely like to keep my eyes on. I definitely like to keep my eyes on all the secret holes. But
Also, you have different striking you have different attacking compartments around. That's very tactically sound.
There are very many
Pike
different ways
full-
that we attack our enemies.
Pike full backfists him, just boom, and he's, hey, you like it too? Shut up. And she
Great to know how tactical everyone is so tactical. That's so nice.
But anyway, so if you go down this way, there's a kitchen. There's a bunch of little there's a bunch of ghost servants in here. They'll take care of you. There are lots of different kinds of salads and breads and chicken, and that's about most of it. But they'll make you anything you want. You just ask, and they'll go through the wall and do their little kitchen thing and bring it back, whatever you want. And then that way, and down is the hot springs. And yeah, welcome to my home on the road. And sometimes when I'm not on the road, if you need anything and I'm in bed, fuck off till the morning.
I have an above table question.
That all sounds fair.
Yes.
Would I know? Okay, I guess it's two questions. Is my letter burning ability thing still available to me?
You don't know, you haven't tried.
Okay. I'm going to go with my backup. Scanlan, I'm going to have to take just a quick trip to get more information. I will be... Oh, dolls. Sorry, not duos. I just saw that in chat.
You're okay.
I will be back in just a little bit. Will I be able to come back in through the door in my...
Oh yeah, just don't bring anybody with you, because they're not going to be able to go through. They won't even be able to see it. So...
Scout's honor.
No, literally it physically won't be able to pass through. They physically won't be able to see the door.
Of course. I need to go get that more information I was speaking about, and then I will...
Do you need the thing again? I can do the thing again.
I do hate to ask that.
You didn't ask. I offered.
Thank you. I will need to... I'll have to come back through the Cobalt Soul, so I'll have to... You know.
You want to know the funny thing? I didn't even actually turn it off, and he snaps, and you right back into Aeronol. No casting of a spell. He just snaps.
Right, cool.
I just dropped it, dropped it down into your form, because it was gonna last for 8 hours. You think I was just gonna burn a really strong spell and then not get out of here? Actually, get out of here. Go do your thing.
I'm gonna, I guess, step back into my house. A house within a house, you say.
A mansion in a mansion, you say.
God, I feel bad to have to ask if I can come to her house again, but I'll do it. I'm going to cast another sending, because God, I love casting.
I mean, that was
how many more spell slots do you got?
I have 3 spell slots.
Oh my god, that was a lifetime ago.
Uh-huh.
That was out of pocket. Take an inspiration.
Welcome.
I have 3 slots I can spend, so I can only spend 1 sending before I have to go over there and go back to use my spell to... Yeah. I'm gonna cast a sending to Westra, because God, I send too many sendings.
Yeah. This is big sending day.
It is a big sending day. Madam Westra, I do hate to ask this, but can I come over to retrieve something for my compatriot quickly?
We are currently out on the town. He did leave most of what you sent with him in my study. It is inside of the roll-top desk. Not locked, unfortunately. It's not it's not that kind of desk, but obscurity is obscurity.
Yeah. And then I will start drawing the teleportation circle for Westra's circle.
All right. You pop in, and it is a lot quieter than you're used to. This area, actually, it's like midday, and so people are off at lunch. There's just a little bit of work going on, a little bit of bustling going on down halls and away from where you are. But in here, it's quiet.
I'm going to go retrieve all the blackmail and all the
I'll say that's what's left there. All of the other, like the official documentation, your last will and testament, and all that of for official business are not there.
Of course, yeah. I'm going to retrieve all that blackmail, and then I'm also going to pull out, if I can find a blank sheet of paper, and write.
It's a desk.
Yeah, I'm going to write basically 2 notes, one on the top half, one on the bottom half. The first one, Dear Westra, thank you for all the help you have been. I hope I didn't scare you earlier when our connection severed. I died, and then I'm back. It's okay. Thank you for all the help you have been, and I do apologize to have to continue to ask to do things like this, to continue to bother you in this way. And then I'll sign it Nyack, and then the second one, Dear Arenal, plans have changed. I will be taking your part of the blackmail now to use against Ludinus. Technically, within the plan, since it was to be distributed upon my death, so it kind of works out. But I'm going to take this and use it to begin to eliminate the threat against us. I will still keep in contact with you every day to ensure your safety and mine, and as soon as I'm able to, I'm going to get you back to where you belong. Love, Nyack. I'm going to leave that note on the desk, shut it back, and then I guess walk back to find an area that isn't disruptive and leaves like burnt chalk everywhere, and teleportation circle myself back to the Cobalt Soul. I know I'm not sitting in
off to center stage. Off to center stage. Nice, easy, open space.
I know I didn't send a beforehand message, which is fine. I have ways out of that. But yeah.
And you get there again, still looking like Arenal, and there's that moment of surprise, but then Zenith kind of, or the other one, the Archivist, yeah.
What's his face?
Yeah, what's his face? The orc one.
Cathodoc.
Cathodoc, perks up again, sees that it's Arenal, and just, it's all right.
I do apologize. It was my last bit of arcane energy for the day.
Oh yes, if it's one or the other, I understand entirely. As you were.
Of course. And then I will go back to Crestvale Manor, go back to the house, or to the house within the house, and
the magnificent mansion.
and find Shade. I will give him the rather thick dockets. Hand that to him. This should help quite a bit. Now I need to go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, you will have found Shade perusing through the notebook, getting a little more understanding.
Depending on how much time we have while waiting, Akira would be casually discussing possible fight strategies with Slayer. Just in the absolute case that the dragon cannot be reasoned with. Like, we're going in there to reason with it, but we should be prepared in case it goes wrong as well. Just, cover our bases. Especially while Slayer has his brain on and can, like, super strategize and all that stuff.
While y'all are talking about that, Pike 100% joins in.
Makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
We might have to.
We might have to prove ourselves even against the dragon. So we might not need to fight to kill, but we might need to fight to prove ourselves. Is this dragon really is a Kodai? They might want some sort of proof of strength. Recognize us.
Understandable.
Yeah, and that makes sense. So fight to win, but not to kill.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Nyack.
Also,
Go ahead. You first.
Also, when if we do have to fight the dragon or really any dragon, like if we go to fight your dad in the future, stay close to me.
Fair.
I've imbued Storm's Light with some magic to help against dragons. So stay close.
Gotcha.
You talked about going to what is the sanitarium? Where is it? Do you have anything from it?
I have, well, I guess I kind of do have something from it, but I have the teleportation sigil sequence in order to get us there. That is by and far the safest, and I think maybe the only way to get us there without bouncing off the walls of the universe. But if you are looking for something, would my forearm count?
I don't think we can take your forearm. Can we?
Good if you want me to.
No. I didn't explain myself clearly.
I mean, we could cut it off and then I can regenerate it for you, if that helps.
I kind of rather.
Cathartic for me.
I kind of rather like it as is, but what I was trying to say.
Fair enough.
Part of our training, as I stated earlier, they put crystals of residuum into our forearms.
Oh my gosh.
I'd rather you not, because as I understand it, apparently it kind of wraps itself around the bone a little bit, kind of gets into everything a little bit.
And I mean, you have hollow bones, though, right? So, like, it's even worse. It's probably in your bones.
Probably. I love that is our main point to mention. Let me think.
But no, it just Scanlan asked me to ask you because he knows that he's still very emotional, and by that I mean I know that he's still very emotional about it, and I told him to sit the fuck down so that I would ask you politely. Because y'all are talking about going and seeing a dragon, which is fine. Scanlan and I both have some hang-ups about going to a dragon,
which I understand.
but we'd like to go ahead and get a head start if we can.
So, I don't know the power of your magic, but my concern for you is that.
Well, you said there's the teleportation circle, then we can just take the teleportation circle in, unless there's like, do they have like guns pointed at the teleportation circle, or?
I would be.
Use the teleportation circle. We need to start fighting the moment we showed up.
I would be willing to bet that they have guards posted on it, and it is the only way to teleport into it. They would have guards posted on it because, as I understand it, Ludinus has not had enough time to change the sigil sequence of it to make it his own and to make it private. So it is, as of right now, the vulnerable spot of the sanatorium.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. We have guards. We have guards on Greyskull Keep. We have a sigil there.
Of course. If you would rather us, I'm worried. See, I know some of the defenses. I don't know if the defenses have changed, but I would think it would be better for us going with a guide, I guess, almost. I do understand your frustration, and I do sincerely apologize. I haven't said it yet, but I do apologize for putting you all in this situation.
It is what it is.
And I understand you don't have to give me your forgiveness should you not want to.
I stopped hearing from Kaylee a couple of days ago when I've been sending to her, so I don't know what that means. And I keep trying every day, and I've already tried today, and I still haven't heard from her. So, I'm going in with the comprehension that I might have to revive her. That takes a minute to do, an hour to do. You might know.
I came across that quite recently, actually.
I know. So we have, in case she's just unconscious, we have if she's dead. We're ready for that sort of thing. Scanlan's really scared, and all of his bravado and bluster. He wants to turn into a dragon and go crazy. And he's had 3 weeks to stew on it. So just whatever y'all are gonna do it fast. And yeah, real quick here, write down that sigil sequence so that when y'all are done with your dragon thing, we can talk, and then we can all go. But we're not going to the dragons.
That's entirely fair. The goal is to get the dragon to potentially help with it.
Yes.
Yeah. But
the goal is
we've fought 5 of them. One of them was Thordak the Cinder King. You might have heard of him.
I came across him while I was researching dolls.
Yeah, no, he Yeah, he took over Taldori, specifically Iman. There's still cracks in the ground in Iman that haven't quite fully healed even after 20 years. Powerful dragon, that one. But yeah, so we fought a bunch of dragons, and well, it's not like we're old or decrepit or anything, but we don't wanna. And if y'all are going to go and talk to one, there will be an overwhelming urge to hurt the dragon.
Which I understand.
From the both of us. So, yeah, just trying to be considerate of. Well, he's not my partner anymore, but he is still my friend.
I will most definitely give it to you, but for your own safety and for Keely's safety, because we will have to act quickly to ensure that no prisoners are killed, I ask. And I know it's absolutely stupid of the person who led to her capture asking this of you, but I ask you to trust me long enough to see if we can get this dragon to help us first. So that we can all go together to help.
I will keep this safe. I will keep it as you finish drawing it. She folds the paper up and sticks it inside of her, like within her armor. And I'm too scared to be horny tonight, so I'm pretty sure this isn't coming off tonight. So Scanlan shouldn't be able to get to it.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell him where it is.
And I know it's odd to ask of that trust of you, and you absolutely don't have to give it, but thank you. And I as much as my word's worth, which is probably mud to you, I promise you, as soon as we're done with that dragon, we will all go together.
Oh no, sincerely, I want to kill you. But
I don't even make a face when she says that. I know the situation I've put all of us in.
But if not killing you leads to Kaylee being safe, me swallowing my shit down so that Kaylee is safe is much more important to me. So understand that as long as there's still hope for Kaylee to be alive, so are you. And I might be able to control myself, but I can't control Scanlan. I won't control Scanlan, even if I could.
And I'm not asking you to.
Oh, I'm just telling you.
I know even asking you to trust that we will go together is a lot, but
Yeah.
I do thank you for your pragmatism in
And
this
you don't
for the
just
time
have
being.
Sorry.
Go
You
ahead.
don't just have to trust his word. You can trust my word that I will bring him back to make sure he helps retrieve her. Kaylee is also Luca's mentor, and Luca is important to me, therefore she is important to me as well.
And furthermore, he could kill me at any moment he wants to.
Yeah, I really do believe that.
So if you haven't noticed, I'm quite possibly the squishiest one here.
Well, I mean, I also saw him
Rob.
Well, sorry. It did only look like you because Kassir didn't, in fact, do anything obvious. I saw him take down Grog, or at least draw first blood on Grog, which is actually really impressive. So I believe he could take you out. But I wanted to make sure that you understand that I think the only thing really keeping you safe from me is that she's not actually my blood. I adopted her when I married Scanlan once upon a time. And I've supported her all growing up. Her mom couldn't. So I did. So I've invested a lot in that kid. And like I said, as long as there's still hope that she's still alive, there's hope that you are too.
And just as a final note, I can assure you we're going to get her back. But should through some reason we don't, I do place myself at your mercy.
My mercy is the mercy of Ray. Scanlan's mercy is she just doesn't finish the sentence and turns and walks away.
As she turns and walks away, I'll just sort of place a hand on Nyack's shoulder and lean down and be like, and if we can't retrieve her, I will break you. I'll let Scanlan kill you, but I will break you. And he'll turn and walk away.
Still, for me, just like trying to keep the strong face, just not really showing anything. Because I know I'm the reason. I know I'm the problem. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. So
hearing it from like from an NPC, you know, this other like famous person is like, okay, but hearing it from one of your party members is like, oh, that stung a little bit.
Yeah, it stung slightly more, but I'm still like, I know I'm the reason. I know.
I was hurt by this. Like what he said is let me try.
Myself. What he said is, like what he meant. Like, Kaylee is important to Luca. Luca is important to Slayer. So, by proxy, he cares a lot about this, and the fact that he now knows that you put her there too. Like, he is, there's a lot going on.
Indirectly. But indirectly.
Indirectly. But that being
Still
said,
played a part.
Slayer does still. He protects people as long as it is right, and right now it is right to protect you, because as Pike said, protecting you means getting to Kaylee in time, hopefully.
Yeah. Akira says nothing to Nyack, but the look of disappointment in their eyes.
Yeah, just lay it on everyone. Anyone else want to take their 2 cents out on me?
Everybody's piling on.
I mean, Shay didn't have to really
all
say
character.
anything.
It's all
Yeah,
character.
yeah. I was saying, it is all. Yeah, just making sure to pull back. It is all in character. We all love you, bro.
No,
so much.
I know.
But, bring back
at
Eric
all.
because fuck Nyack.
This is just adding gravitas to the moment, adding the heavy, because it's a heavy situation. You're in a heavy situation.
Oh, I know. I'm well aware.
And we are
in the shit.
And we're not abandoning you, but we still got your back. But we gotta, since you're part of this found family, I let you know, like, you fucked up here, fam, and we're gonna try and bail you out, but you fucked up.
Yeah, Shady would have just been riding on Slayer's shoulder as you walked away, just kind of pointing at him with a dagger. just mildly, not like a big like outstretched arm or anything, just like a casually, just
I got you.
You're in dangerous waters, boy.
I'm starting to get the feeling it might be in my best interest to sleep elsewhere tonight.
It's a mansion. Just sleep on the opposite side of the mansion from everyone else. Like
going to.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
You'll never hear me coming.
I would say these are the people that probably won't kill you in your sleep.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're still too young.
Don't know about Scanlan, but besides that, I feel pretty good about it.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Next morning.
I wouldn't put
The
it past.
shreds, you say.
But unless anybody jumps Nyack in the night, Scanlan and Pike. I'll say Scanlan and Pike do not.
Depends on what I read.
You know.
You'll find some things in there.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
speaking
yeah,
of
go ahead.
like, and
you
that,
can pass him. You can pass him your whole set of notes that you wrote a lot of notes. Oh my god, you wrote a lot of notes.
I did.
and then also
check your
just
DMs shortly, Teddy.
all right, gotcha. Although at the same time, after having the day and whatnot of like a half day or so of reading through this and whatnot, gaining more of that information, we'll be ending up using his sending stone and whatnot to Oliver to contact him to let him know that he's got some information he needs to share with him in regards to the Crestvales and that whole kind of bit that's going on and whatnot,
and lewdness, and
I
ruining
mean,
my family's name too.
It's more of just it's you, but
it's lewdness. As
He-
well.
Lewdness
query-
is the real issue.
The query that Oliver put on him was Crestvale.
yeah,
So
Fair.
that
it's like I'll inform him more when actually
Yeah.
get to have a chance to chat with him about it. But for now, like this will get the information, the point straight across to him that this is what it's
And-
regarding. But
and he'll send back to you.
Did you kill him?
I heard about some destruction there today.
no,
Meet you there. Make yourself known, and I'll be there.
so he's gonna just show up at the manor, or the Crestwell Manor.
Yeah, that was the insinuation.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. All right.
Oh no.
I mean, that's fine.
He's asking that
He
you'll
doesn't
be
know
there.
about. He won't even be able to see the door to the mansion.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's
You
fair.
really
Yeah.
won't. Yeah.
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 Like I'll basically be having a conversation with him in your office.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. It just seemed like the best place to do it. No, probably not. I'd actually, like he said, to be making my presence known, so that way he's not gonna, start tripping out or anything. Probably. Let's see here. If that's the front door there, well, he's gonna have to step through a bunch of rubble to get in. So, there's nowhere to really just chill.
There's a very nice sitting room to the upper left of the atrium first floor.
Yeah.
And it's close to where the door to the mansion is, so
Fair enough.
I guess like
It's-
just
I
for
think it's a library.
yeah, just for him when he goes to come in and whatnot, I'll just like be hanging out in the middle here, just kind of chilling, thumbing through the book.
And as you're sitting there thumbing through the book, you hear some relatively, for you, obvious creaks of footsteps through the rubble.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. Then just the sound of somebody slipping their ass onto the rock right there.
Took you long enough.
I was on another continent when you called.
I mean, that doesn't surprise. But hey, you're here.
But this is very important. So here I am.
Yeah, so without having to restate everything, I was going to divulge the key points and whatnot on the possibility of the plan and everything, and then hand out the book for him to peruse himself.
And as you hand it out, he actually takes his hood back and I would love not to throw up right now. Thank you. There we go.
That'd be
Good job, me. Yeah, good job, me. I did it. I kept it together. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Let's go.
Bam. Oh, I know.
There we go. There we go. More accurate. And as he, you hold it out, and his invisible mage hand grabs it and floats it over to him, and he just starts just flipping through it, and while he's flipping through it, he kind of glances towards the rubble, and is he dead?
Well, he was for a while, but he's back now. Kind of one of the more reasons as to why we have all this information. It would have taken me a lot longer to find it without him just volunteering it.
He volunteered it.
As,
What-
in a sense,
what
a
do you got on
gesture
him?
of... It's more of the gesture of good faith, as I mentioned and whatnot, his current situation, as to why was dead, now isn't. He had an
Well-
assassin come at him, and that was quite the ordeal for us. Hence, all of that.
I'll see what I can do with this. I've got to corroborate data, because if you're gonna take a run at Ludinus Golaith,
Exactly.
better not fucking miss.
Right. Oh, and did you get that? You did get that other stuff to me earlier, didn't you?
I was just gonna ask, didn't he? The
Yeah.
whole.
Because I would give all
Docket.
the extra material
Yes.
as well, not just
Yes,
the book.
you have everything
Okay, yeah.
basically. And
yeah.
as one additional note, I have to send you one more DM that I have to find.
Gotcha. No worries.
But yeah.
I haven't looked at them yet, but I know it's going to be a lot to look at.
Oh, it's a lot. Like it had to convert it to the expanded text.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Twice actually.
I see. All good. All good. Yeah, I'll definitely have to go through this.
This is
If you want to wake up tonight,
This
I
is-
can have him call.
more detailed than even. This is more detailed than even the guy that brought Ikathon in.
Yeah.
Widowgast, I think was his name. He had a lot on him, but it was more of directly on Trent. This is details on the how and who, and it's really good work.
Yes. You take as much time as you need. Just stop drooling on them.
Oh, come on.
I
We'll have
get
to-
it. It's understandable.
We have to celebrate the successes when we get them.
You're not wrong.
Ah,
But I will see if I can get this in front of King Dwendal soon.
That would be quite nice. Sooner the better, I feel, for just about everybody involved.
Might not do much with the assembly, because gods know how many of them are in on it with him. But we can at least damage his reputation with the king, and that I do find valuable.
I figured you would.
And he hops off the rock and actually walks over and puts a hand on your shoulder. You did good, kid. Did real fucking good.
You ain't gotta tell me twice.
Yeah, but you gotta celebrate the little victories, right?
As always. I mean, those are about the only kind of victories we get usually.
He does a little height comparison with you, both of you rather small, and he just and flips the hood back up and starts walking away and starts shimmering away. His is a little more invisible than your slightly distorted.
Point of fact, you said you tell him the plan. So I mean, did you tell him like the whole plan? Like we're gonna go ask the dragon for help and go fight at the sanitarium, or?
I mean, if it had to do with the whole Volstrucker thing and whatnot, it was probably divulged.
I mean,
because it's information that would have been attained from what was given as well, because of
just making sure that
Nyak's
the king
part.
might have a heads up as to like think what.
I guess I should have clarified. I fully intend on destroying the agency or taking it for myself.
Indeed.
Probably, I wouldn't say the second part. But
I was gonna say, I think the
about-
second part we'd have issues with.
then I didn't say the second part, only the first part.
Did you slip in the bit about him making Cordites look bad too?
For sure.
You know what? Why not? Have that on a tail note.
Indeed. As the day comes around, as it often does.
Ha, tail note, because you wrote it with your tail. I get it.
Oh.
Indeed. Take it. You earned it.
Oh, sweet. Finally.
You all wake up, come to. The mansion is still the mansion. Things are as they are.
Oh no, Beardy's power's out again.
Yeah.
No, Beard.
Oof.
Hands.
Good luck on the restoration of power. Yeah, no, Beardy got hit by tornadoes. Tornado attack last night. So I'm just glad he's here at all. Yeah, I'm just glad he's here at all.
Okay, his family's okay.
Yeah.
All the
So,
beardlings are okay.
It's just power, which sucks. I'm from Houston. I've been through some of those powerless storms, not the ones that are going on right now. Thank heavens for me. But yeah, thoughts to all those, all that going on. God, the world's complicated these days.
We're sending out good vibrations.
Good vibrations.
Got it.
And as y'all are getting ready to go, there's a distinct lack of Pike and Scanlan.
I figured.
Not that they're like gone. You actually like Pike's shield and mace are actually still like laying around in the living room area, but like neither of them have come out of their rooms and yeah.
You know,
The
everyone, I
decision
do
to
think there's a way where we don't have to spend 3 weeks traveling to this dragon.
Oh, that reminds me. Luca. What's the die on the Voyager staff again? That's a D6?
6 plus 4, I think.
Big recharge.
Hey, nice.
And that's a
We love
full
those.
recharge. Nice.
That's a full recharge.
Oh, I need
So-
to recharge my staff.
Yeah, throw throw dice. Recharge your staves. Throw your long rests if you got them.
Actually, there's no way to not fully recharge it, so
Nice.
I'll just assume it's fully recharged. But I do think there's a way we could get in contact with dolls without all the hubbub of so much travel.
Well, out with it then, lad.
It's worth a shot. Will it work? I have no earthly clue. But I could try. One of us who has the ability to could try to contact him. I mean, I basically know the man's entire life history from a book I read, but I don't know if that's enough.
I don't.
At the very worst, I try, it doesn't work, and we have to travel. At best, I get in contact and we figure out a way to talk to him without having to go all that way.
Wow, so not me just realizing that Hero's Feast grants immunity to being frightened.
Uh-huh. Good stuff.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. Me going through all this effort, I got an enchanted sword, it's the only way. It's the only way.
Hey, it'd be nice for when we don't have the feast.
It works for a lot of other things. I think it works for aboleths, it works for... Isn't one of the rays, like, frightened for the,
Yeah, there's
Beholder.
like a fear ray for a beholder or something.
There's lots of things that it's good for.
beholders can do a lot, and I think what you just got is gonna be helpful.
I think it'll be helpful in the long run. Let me see if I can contact him. Just as an effort. I will try to cast that sending.
On
Hopefully
who?
it works.
What are we doing?
What do you send to Dawes?
Oh.
Mighty dolls. I know who sent those soldiers to attack. If you would like to get revenge, reply to me.
And you get 25 words worth of snarls and growls.
I know Draconic.
No.
Oh no?
No.
Cool.
And this is the thing that stands out to you about it, is that you can make an insight check.
Great. At least this is a +2 instead of a +1 this time.
Every little rest helps.
7.
Yeah, it's definitely not making any sense. It is definitely not the Draconic language, but it is a lot of just going on. And it makes no sense at all. There's no heads or tails of it. It's basically the equivalent of going blah 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 blah.
Oh, and I'll make my morning sending stone to Aaron. Just as an aside, like, hey, I'm fine. I don't know. Just
Cool.
Boo, I'm fine.
needed to clarify.
Cool. Good to hear.
I lived another day. One more night.
Well, I was able to get through to him. But I don't know if he was eating when I called him or what. I just got a bunch of back, so yeah.
Well, perhaps.
And it wasn't in Draconic. I would assume so, but it sounded. If he was sleeping, he was having one of the most hellish nightmares I think I've ever heard of.
Could be weird.
Well, are we walking or are we using magic? He says, with
You know,
Looking at the guy who's not here.
It's magic.
you know, do you think we're gonna have the time to alter things around after we get there? Maybe you, I think you can actually attune to this staff. And I've only barely observed this place, this dragon place, through just hearing you talk about it. You've actually seen it, Slayer.
I have, yeah, it's true. I suppose Avatar to use the staff. I mean,
I think
Avatar
you
get us close. I mean, if we land where we're trying to go, it'll probably be in the realm of the dragon's control. So they'll probably know the moment we appear. We might have some time to make a bit of a short rest to re-equip.
I would certainly hope. So,
I'm not sure if it would take him long.
If we
I don't know
land,
exactly where his lair is. Was it in a cave in the general forested area? So, like, if
yeah, well, it was like above the forest on the north side, and into the mountains a little bit.
okay,
if
yeah,
we
like, I saw
land,
that whole landscape area.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I could attempt to land us, like, not
Couple
right up
miles
on
off.
it, you know? Like, yeah.
Yeah, you can aim for you can aim for that area a couple hundred feet away, or
for a couple miles.
Did I... Okay, so I know I saw the Silver Quill Ridge. Do I know which mountain I was looking at? Because I could try to shoot for that.
well, yeah,
If I knew that.
of course, it's Mount.
We all know that mountain.
So yes to the
yes.
question, no to a name
No,
of that mountain.
Mount Fahugagad's over there. Yeah.
That sounded a lot like Vesuvius. What are you not telling us, Jeremy?
I said Fahugagad's. It's very different.
Yeah. Right. So yeah.
Gonna take it to the limit. Gonna take it to the limit. Gonna take it to Fahugagad's.
What, Bubs?
But all right. So, tuning into the Voyager staff.
Yeah. I think if we're doing magic to get there,
Maybe
I think
keep your
I
head on.
would- Well, yeah, I keep my head on for one, but also I'm going to, during breakfast, I'm going to use the heroic feast candle.
Ooh.
Because if we do end up having to fight, even to prove ourselves, the immunity to poison and the extra 2d10 of actual hit points
Throw the 2d10.
would be great for everyone. 12 extra hit points.
Oh shit!
Like that temper
2d10.
increases our
No.
max.
Yeah, increases your max for 24 hours.
Yeah, increases your max HP by 12.
And you said how many hit points?
12.
1, 2.
And now I've got 114 with 14 temp HP.
Same.
During that same feast, because of my inspiring speech, you should also have 14 temporary hit points.
Yep. And since Asher's not here, I'll make sure that is accounted for.
So that puts my max HP at 164 with 14 temp. So that's like 178 of HPs.
That's rough, buddy.
So we know who the tank is, as per usual.
So what were the fancy like immunities, resistances with that?
Immunity to poison and frightened, and advantage on wisdom saving throws. All wisdom saving throws.
Thank God.
So I need to quickly add the Voyagers.
Wait, poison, frightened, and then what was the other thing?
Immunity to poison, immunity to frighten, and advantage on wisdom saves.
Yeah. So I'm going to unattune from Honor's Last Stand to attune to the Voyager's Staff.
How do you customize the wisdom saves?
Oh, you just remember that you have
Oh,
heals.
just remember?
Yeah,
Cool.
just
Cool.
remember.
Oh, no, there's a way to customize.
Remember.
Yeah, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at it. It's like I could probably make it happen, but that looks like a lot more work.
Yeah, I agree. Too much work. All work and no play makes Johnny a dull boy.
Damn, I'm just realizing all of this time that Shade's been back, he hasn't witnessed like a single person. Wait a minute.
Want a minuto?
Well, because I hadn't been able to do it before, but I don't think I would have. But could I have, when Nyack like had passed away, to use my bonus act as a reaction when a target creature dies within 30 feet, I can open my hand and a tiny trinket appears as a soul trinket. I don't think it's his soul, though.
No, it's tied to it.
Yeah.
But it's not the whole soul.
Yeah.
What exactly does that mean?
He has a little black onyx looking flat representation of an owl face.
Don't worry about
Good job avoiding the question.
it. Don't worry about it.
I told you precisely what it was.
It's exactly
No, but I
what it
asked
is.
what it means, so you avoided the question.
It means that I have a token.
That's definitely.
Just out of curiosity.
It means he gets to
Jeremy.
use one of his class features.
That's fine. I'm asking.
Yeah,
someone
sorry.
else.
Yeah, I know you're asking something else. Sorry.
Just out of curiosity, is this like viewed once, seen casually?
Viewed once.
Excellent.
It's better than Luca is what it is.
That's not wrong. That's not entirely wrong. Actually, I think that might actually be wrong.
Actually, no. With how you had shown it. Now that I'm actually looking at the thing, it would register under seen casually.
Okay. All right. Just checking. Because I was like, I mean, description and viewed once are the same.
Deeply religious experience of seeing
That's
it.
fair. That's fair. Okay. At that point, I was gonna pitch. Could my holy symbol of cord be an associated object with the dragon's thing? But no. Anyway. All right.
It's a good try. It's an excellent try, even.
Right. All right.
Right.
So.
Are we ready then? And we're ready to go. Yeah, we have everything they need.
I mean, probably as much as I
Good
can.
as it gets, mate.
Wow. Okay then. Here goes me teleporting us across space.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
And
No, it's
immediately
bad.
cue battle
That's
music.
really bad.
Exactly, like I said, and immediately cue battle music.
Hold on. Let me see how bad it is, first of all. Okay, it's straight up on this. I'm going to use my
I was
inspiration
gonna say.
to maybe re-roll that roll. Jeremy.
Well,
Can I do that?
I think I had made it that with D100 that essentially because it's 2d10, 2 people can burn their inspiration.
I wish I had one to burn. 'Cause I
Oh, do
certainly
it.
would.
Haha.
Okay. All right. Let's do better. That's better. That
is
is
better.
That's significantly better. To be fair,
To be
it's
fair.
I don't know
To be fair.
how much.
We don't know how much better, but it's better.
It's so much better. Actually, it is.
How much does the soul damage hurt us?
I mean, it's so much better, actually.
Yeah, no, it's actually so much fucking better. If I had only viewed it once, it might be a different story. But
yes, so
it's
So,
just
as-
on target and on target.
yes, indeed. So, as you charge the energy out of the staff, it shoots up and around all of you, and you'll feel that momentary like the bubble goes up and around, and it feels like the outside of the bubble kind of scrapes, like almost like it had that one time, except it's just a ricochet rather than a slam, like you're pinballed around that one time. This was more of a along the edge of reality, and then appearing out in these woods that are at this time of year a little frosty. It's the cool time of year, and you're on the north side of a mountain, kind of in this area that's kind of in perpetual shade at this time of year. So while there's sunshine further north from where the shade from the sun or shade from the mountain is beyond,
Yeah.
in that shade there is still what looks like that morning hoarfrost, constant.
Hey, don't call the frost a whore. It doesn't deserve that.
No shaming here. No.
But you land. There's it's just kind of like as you land, your feet hit the grass frost, and there's this kind of crunchity crunch where you land, and just your steps have that little bit of snapping of the grass or whatever little bits of frost are on the dirt.
Right.
It's kind of peaceful in this area. Though, let me make sure that I have my thing up so that I can tell you what might be weird about it.
Right. While
So I definitely
while we're observing our surroundings, definitely trying to make a bit of a camp to take a few moments, prepare ourselves. Just in case.
Yeah. Settling yourself. Settling yourselves down. The first thing you really notice is that in addition to this frost, there are these kind of deep jade green little formations that seem to be protruding out of the ground, not at exactly regular intervals, but all of them have this kind of angle away from the mountain, and those of you who are particularly perceptive can kind of tell that it's almost like this ripple effect going away from the mountain pass that's kind of up above you. And looking up, you can see kind of where there is a little landing perturbance, if you will, this bit of rock that's cleared off of both trees, growth, any kind of growth at all, and then kind of the shade of an opening there.
Well, I think I can safely say that we are in the right area.
And up around that entrance, you actually can tell, like, around it there are more of these little jade perturbances that are kind of poking out. Some of them a little sharper than others, but out here they're a little bit more kind of smooth, just like they're emerging from the ground.
Akira's definitely just watching their step.
Akira, you feel a weird vibration in the air with your mind. And
okay.
And as people are landing and spreading out, you can still, where normally, what's your normal range for your dragon telepathy is 30, and your other telepathy is 60.
Yes.
You realize as people are kind of spreading out and setting themselves up and kind of, all right, we're gonna reset, we're gonna give each other back stuff and reattune. You realize that 60, 70, 90, 120 feet away, you're still able to sense and kind of touch minds that are around you.
Akira will alert everyone telepathically that for whatever reason, this area has enhanced my natural ability. I don't understand it.
Ooh. Interesting.
Slayer is noticeably keeping quiet and not saying much of anything at the moment.
As you guys remember me mentioning, if we're within, I think, 1 or 2 miles of this dragon, the wildlife can alert them as to anything that comes on their grounds.
Slayer just looks at you pointedly, like,
shut up.
Which is why I communicated telepathically.
I mean, hell, I'll tell each of you through message privately if I need to. You know what? I'll do that. Yeah. Each of you get that
still got his brain
message.
on, so like, yeah. But at least for now, he's trying to fix that. But for now, he's like, duh.
Takes his brain off, sees plateau where dragon is. Ah!
Blowing my fucking cover. It's not exactly what I was gonna do.
Close.
While
Do let me know when attunement
I was
would
gonna
be
say-
finished, though, Jeremy, please.
I was gonna say, while y'all are sitting there resting,
I'm doing my best
You
to
do-
watch.
yeah, you keeping eyes out, especially for you, is not but a thing. And the first thing you notice after Nyack mentions that, you looking around, there's not a whole lot of animals around, or any animals around. It doesn't look like there's footsteps through the hoarfrost. It doesn't look like there's squirrels, foxes, anything like that. The birds you can hear are farther away. And then looking about, there's a little bit of a jostle in a tree over here, a little bit of a jostle in a tree over there.
Slayer quietly hands out the potions of poison resistance to everyone. Everyone should have at least one, except for those who don't need it. Even though we are also all immune to poison, he still hands that out because that was something that we prepared for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shade has one.
Yeah. Akira will still take one, despite their natural immunity at the moment, because
I think there was only
someone
enough.
else.
I think there was only enough for those who didn't already have.
who
that
didn't have it.
predisposition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So,
All right. Cool. Because I figured maybe have one, but if that's the way it remained, I was thinking if there was just one for everyone, then everyone should have one in case those who use it need it again. Maybe somebody else could get to them. I got you. Yeah, but no. Gotcha.
That being said, there are 12 potions of greater healing in my inventory that I've been keeping track of.
Definitely everybody would be aware of that.
Yeah. So maybe at least, 2 of those to everybody, would you say?
Sounds about right.
How many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 2 to everybody. There's 6 of us, including those not currently on camera. And I don't just mean on camera, I mean present with us.
On stream.
Yeah.
And this one will actually be an active perception check, because something is actively hiding from you.
Oh, so you want like an actual perception?
Like an actual percepticles.
Not that I could do any better, but could I attempt to actively perceive as well, as I would be on alert.
Okay, and I'm definitely gonna add a certain something to that. Give me a sec.
Well, you were more focused in the attuning. He literally had nothing else to do but look around.
That's fair. I just figured while I was kind of sitting there that I would be
fair.
Watching. So he's probably aware of like the swishing around that you said's going on. What Slayer's doing besides just handing shit out is he's keeping his eyes on where he knows the entrance to the cave to be. Is what.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna use one of our +3s so I can break that 20 barrier.
I love that for you. In fact, a 21.
Yes.
So, as you start to notice some rustling in the trees, but no real noise, suddenly there kind of is a noise, and you hear a and up in one of the trees you see this almost glassy, white, frosted, glassy looking figure. 8 legs, fat ass, and it's looking down sideways over everything and just kind of like looking. This frosty looking spider, huge.
He's gonna let everybody know we've got some eyes quietly. He's not gonna yell it out, but he's gonna make sure everybody knows something is there, at the very least. Unsure what to do yet, because if it's just watching, I mean, that's still not good.
As it watches, it looks like it's chittering in spideries.
Where's Val when we need him?
No. See. The thing is that I have speak with animals as one of the things a while ago. So if it's chittering like that, you know what? Screw it, because I can at will speak with animals. What's it saying?
All right, so
Because you can read lips. You can
Yeah,
read
I'm
spider
observant.
lips too.
oh my. Well, that's not exactly how that works, but we'll see.
Come on.
I mean,
Funny but wrong.
Come on, real cool. Come on, real quick.
Funny but wrong. But hold on, I'm pulling it up.
I don't know. It just says if you can see a creature's mouth while it's speaking, a language you understand.
But you don't understand their language. You are magically able to communicate with them. It's only slightly different. It's like casting tongues, but you don't know what language you're speaking, but you're speaking their language. What you do extract from doing that, though, is very particularly that you can't understand it.
Oh.
And
I don't like that.
which does lead you to believe that this creature, as it's chittering, is not entirely natural.
Yeah, he's gonna make mention of that. Even with an actual attempt of trying to understand what this spider-looking creature is saying, it's not making any goddamn sense.
I'm not looking at the spider because I'm still watching the cave entrance, but I am listening to Shade. I'm also not saying anything still.
Again, I'm
And
not
I'm
yelling, but I'm
actually-
letting people know because I can't speak into people's brains.
And you hear another
Oh.
in another tree.
I'm going to cast
what do I
message to Luca and tell him, prepare to make yourself, Slayer, and Shade invisible. I'll cover myself, Akira, and Asher.
When Shade ends up hearing that statement on himself, he kind of like looks off at you and kind of like points at himself and kind of like crosses across his neck, like, don't worry about me because I can do that myself.
I'm still giving you the invisible if it comes to it, because why not?
Right.
I'm already here, and I don't know you can do that, so.
Fair.
That is true. That is true. I haven't really made mention of, the nuances of my new found friend.
Indeed. So, as the second one appears, it starts chittering excitedly too. A little more so. And then another tree. And another. They're starting to pop out.
Okay, guys.
Okay. What's my attunement like right now? So
It hasn't clicked over. This is more early in the short rest, which is why I made sure to mention it.
Fair enough. That's fair. I just wanted to, because I had clicked over, so I wanted to make sure I clicked back over. If that was the case.
Thank you. And I made sure to unattune it from Luca. So
fair enough. So, with my brain on, then, can I? Now that it's sounding like there's more of them, can I try to see one of these and see if I can tell what it is?
Oh, sure. Go ahead and throw down some nature checks.
So it is nature? Okay.
That's the topic that it covers.
Fair enough. I am still proficient in such things, so.
Yeah, no. I'm hitting you where you're strong.
It's a 24.
I'm hitting you where you're strong as fuck.
Let's go nature, you
and
say. Got it.
To nature, we say. So, these are young phase spiders. Huh. And what you understand about them is that they hongi, and they as they are appearing 1 by 2 by 4, they are pack hunters, and especially they prefer to hang out on the ethereal plane, kind of holding on to the trees and making their nests on the ethereal plane until they are ready to pounce. So if you are going to stand your ground or run away, this is the time to decide.
Ooh. Okay, hold on. Let me see how this works again real quick.
You have that feeling.
Oh man, this is actually freaking hilarious.
I love that for
I'm
everybody.
Still attuned to the staff. Because right now, the barbarian paladin in one hand has a magic arcane staff, and in the other has Storm's Light. Okay. And one of the abilities of the staff is Blink. They can't run from me.
Please no. I just got Brad.
I believe the phrase is "Let's fucking go." All right. So
I mean, Slayer's got to do what he has to do. And that's just what it is. So
I mean, he's got his brain on, so he's not gonna do anything terribly stupid, but.
But this is the question with which you find yourself.
I mean,
do you recommend to stay or recommend to go?
I mean, okay. The Dragon's Lair is right there.
Yeah, up left.
Yeah, so like they might be smart enough to not want to fuck with the dragon, right? So we could just rush the Dragon's Lair because we're planning on trying to talk to the dragon, and they might just leave us alone. This is above table. I won't want to make the sole decision. I want to ask the party. So we can make that decision, or we can stand here and fight. What do we want to do?
Probably be best for us to try and get away from this, because if we stay and fight, we're gonna make a lot of noise, really close.
And we're going to exhaust resources.
Yeah.
And
so if anything, try to get the fuck away. And then if, we start getting to a point where that doesn't look like it's going to happen, then, push comes to shove, we're going to have to try and deal with it as quick as we can and try and, bounce out before it gets too real. But at the very least, make an attempt. I had.
So the one problem I see is we are at a Cordite dragon's precipice of their lair, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They may not, I don't know those, they may not take...
No dragon pronouns?
They may not take too kindly to us running from an easy challenge.
It could be a relatively easy challenge, yeah.
I don't know.
To be honest, my other idea was, it try to just raw intimidation on the spiders somehow by, I don't know, yelling at them aggressively. And then when they try to blink away to the ethereal plane, Slayer blinks away to the ethereal plane and yells at them some more. Be like, no, I can still find you.
You don't get to hide.
Run
If you
from
want to
me,
take,
or you will become my meal.
if you want to take that course of action, I can give you the help action with expertise and intimidation. If you wanted to go with the intimidation route.
I mean, like, they seem like somewhat intelligent creatures. They're like, granted, they hungry, but like,
Hunger can make the smartest man stupid.
True, but if they are still in some way, base creatures that run on instincts, they can understand that it wouldn't be an easy meal.
Well, yeah,
And
that
they
is
may
true.
lose.
Pack hunters rely on it being the easiest meal possible.
And we're a pack as well, so I'm like, I don't know. If you're helping me, that would be the pack helping me be intimidating, not just a single member of the pack. I don't know.
Also, I can
I'm on
outright
Slayer's
run them off
shoulder.
with fear.
Fight, run, intimidate.
I vote intimidate because I can also just give them the frightened condition with the spell. So
I'm down for it. I'm down for intimidate. And I'm hoping the same thing, that they're too scared to come into the dragon's lair.
All right, so orient ourselves with our back to the dragon's lair. No, we don't want to present a back to any front if they can blink around. Never mind. So just intimidate is what I'm hearing. So let's go for it. We're gonna try to scare him, Jeremy.
Group intimidation.
Group intimidation.
Yeah.
We're gonna
no,
assert our dominance.
I will take a group intimidation. Hell yeah.
I am proficient in intimidation as well. So
So this
right before we do that, can I
rather
give
rather than the help action, this is group
Okay.
intimidation.
okay.
Can I give a bardic inspo to Slayer since he's the main intimidator?
You can give a bardic inspo to Slayer.
And I mean, just for man, that's the last 3 charges of the staff. If I did that, I was like, just for added, like, cast blink, just to like still be yelling at the end of my turn if I do blink into the ethereal.
Shade's
So
not
we-
the most intimidating.
What are the other things you can do with it with only 3 charges? It's the only thing you can do with it with 3 charges. There's a Misty Step with 2 charges.
There you go.
There's a
Fuck it,
there's a
I'm doing it.
15.
Don't worry
Casting
about
blink.
don't worry about teleporting out of here. I can get us out of here.
I'm casting blink with the staff as part of the intimidation.
Okay. All right. So you
So let me.
And
What's
let's
the
go-
inspirations die?
1d10.
1d10. Oh, damn. That's nice.
Well, let's
Okay, I'm gonna roll
go.
that together then.
Hey, going pure bard has some benefits.
It do indeed. Plus that.
Luca is going to give inspiration to your name. Yeah, I was like Sean. Sean's character's name is Akira. Yes. So that's a D8 inspiration from Luca.
That's a 32 there, boss.
It's gonna make it a 17 for me.
Hey, you were a little more intimidating than I was. Let's go.
And you out intimidated the bard who took expertise in it.
Jesus.
Good job.
Jesus. All right, so
Well, I
let's
had
see here.
help from the bard who's took
Yeah.
expertise.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Makes sense that the inspiration rolled so well.
Yeah, of course.
1, 2, 3. What was Akira's?
17 total.
17 total. All right. So as y'all start making yourselves big and intimidating, Slayer kind of starting into it, and all of a sudden the staff next to him flashes And remind me how blink.
20. I
Yeah.
have to roll a d20 at the end of each of my turns, and if I roll an 11 or higher, I vanish from the current plane of existence and appear in the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
So, after 6 seconds,
Hey.
I do blink away into the
Yeah.
plane, and
as
still
you-
being intimidating.
As you blink away, you look around, and like you can see everything that's on the material within 60 feet of you right now.
Mm-hmm.
As you blink over, you see you see some of these spiders getting real close. Not the spiders that are in the trees. There's like 10 more of them over here.
Oh,
Getting ready to.
And they're getting closer to the group on the ethereal plane as they're starting to creep up. And you, with your fucking 32, and you're appearing in the middle of them, suddenly going from
Locking eyes with them, like I can see.
suddenly going from black and white on the material plane that they can see to full color. You're there, and there's this whole host of them that's over there. That's just like looks like they're closing in. Like, oh, look at all these chuckle fucks drawing attention to themselves. Great. And then you're there and you just and just kind of spin in this wide circle, this like, you know, arcing swing of your sword. No actual energy coming off of it besides just your the power you've imbued into it already. And it arcs through the air, and these 10 spiders that were closing in to join the fight fucking like just start jumping away as fast as they can, dashing in every direction but the party. And nobody else seeing that part. The ones in the trees, so like 1, 2, 5, all just and you see them kind of popping back into the plane as they drop and skitter away. Well done.
Fuck yeah, guys.
This was going to be what some people call a fucking problem.
This was gonna be a resource drain.
Was keyword.
Melanchos was an
and you
inspo
can
and 3
tell-
charges.
Yeah, and you can tell two inspos and 3 charges. But you can tell as they start scattering away, and you start popping back in and back out over the next minute. You can tell that they're skittering. They are not skittering towards the lair.
That's what I thought.
They are skittering away from the lair in basically every direction.
I was like, those were Slayer's 2 big like thoughts. Was like, head towards the dragon's lair, and like they'd probably maybe run away, but then also kind of what, you know, Ro had said about like, well, if the dragon's a cordite, how would it feel about like you running away from a challenge, you know? And like he's like, well, how would I feel about running away from a challenge? Even like, no, I'm here to fight a dragon, not spiders. We should assert our dominance. So those were the 2 thoughts I had: was run towards the dragon or try to intimidate them, not necessarily fight them, as fun as that would be.
Right.
Yeah.
Like blink in and out of the fight.
So much good poison that I was willing to get rid of.
Don't worry about it.
But I have one above table question. Because I'm just dumb, right? What would my blind sight have seen them or no?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure
because,
one way or the other.
Because they were not on the same plane as you.
Awesome. I just wanted to clarify that.
But yeah, like Slayer, you watch Slayer blink out and like have that moment of like, he's not even
curious.
He's not even in my blind sight. Where the fuck did he? Bro!
So wait, I'm curious here. Since I was standing on Slayer's shoulder when he blinked.
Oh yeah, you fell. You fell.
Okay, that's what I thought.
For sure.
And then when he appeared back, you are now under a boot for some reason.
No, you're just between his legs, far enough down because you're little.
Yeah.
Not getting teabagged.
Before we go mobbing off, I will scamper back up there if provided he doesn't care.
No, not at all.
I
Blink, the
didn't think
best
so.
way to interdimensionally teabags.
All right. Plus, it's just a little hard to trudge through like snow and whatnot at this height.
You're talking about
why
you're
is,
so light,
why
probably
is there
just walk
green
right up
flame?
top.
Jeremy,
If I
Jeremy,
move
why is there
quickly.
green flame?
That's not green flame. That's the growth of jade. It's the green
Okay.
thing I could. It's the green thing I could get. Chill.
Okay.
I just
Scary.
realized that I didn't dot the landscape like I was supposed to. But
Oh hell! If those are like really close and whatnot, I'd take a closer peek at those too. See if,
Okay.
if it's just jade or if it's like actually got something. I'm not touching anything, but
fair enough.
I'm
Go
not
ahead and make it. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
investigation. Man, I got such good modifiers, but I'm rolling so low.
Oh no! I only rolled a 17. I love that for you.
I wanted at least a 20.
Min-maxers, man. Min-maxers.
Hey,
Hey,
I built this
I-
character for a reason, and that's what he does.
I can't even I can't speak to that because well, it takes one to know it.
And
But
I'm just picking at you. Fully.
yeah, you're okay.
It's okay. I'll be picking at you later.
Now you'll be picking at
You're
that soul trinket.
At your corpse. Anyway,
It was implied.
indeed,
Why are you going to kill me again? Seriously? I die for you guys.
it was once, only once, twice.
You died
Anyway.
for yourself.
It got rid of the
Fair.
threat to you
So,
guys.
getting up really close, not touching it. You get really close to it, and like there's this little bit of buzz in the air, almost similar to when Akira reaches out with their mind to talk to you, but it's like a static, almost like a weird static you feel, especially when you get kind of close to look at this, and you see in the jade suddenly it looks like an eye opens inside of it,
Oh, I had a feeling.
and it just opens and it looks at you, and it just kind of looking, and it does that lizard blink,
Guys, I think he knows we're here.
and go ahead and make an insight check. It's gonna be a little hard, but
I'm not great at insight. Yeah,
I'm not
13.
Yeah.
As a +5.
you're
That's not that great in my opinion. It's okay.
the eye like shifts. It shifts and kind of looks like it focuses on you, and then you actually hear from up the mountain that same kind of yeah. And some of the wildlife that are even further away from the entrance to this place, you hear birds kind of fly off in a flock, and like you can tell there's a vibe that the animals have, especially about hearing that noise up there, that is keeping most everything out of this area, except for those spiders.
So Shade is gonna kind of look to everybody else and be like, I'm pretty sure he for sure knows we're here now. I'm pretty sure he was just looking at us through these pieces of jade. I'm not happy about that, but yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, it's
Sorry, I had to tune out for a second because I had an important message to handle regarding potential employment and stuff.
How's up?
But anyway,
Happy day.
yeah. But anyway, did we get to finish the attunement swap yet? Did that happen? Did I miss
That hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
But the roaring from the cave kind of happens, and like the eye is there, and then like the eye closes, and the jade kind of clears back to what it was, and like the dragon doesn't come out of the cave or anything like that. And no spiders start showing up at any sort of beck or command or anything. You very successfully cleared those spiders out.
That's good. That's good.
Evidence is showing that the dragon perhaps isn't interested in coming out of its cave in whatever state that it's in, and that you got those spiders to fuck right off.
Right. And nobody who understands Draconic understood anything that just came.
No, it was as previously mentioned.
Fair enough.
Should we maybe let them know we don't mean any harm in being here? We would just like to. We were the ones that messaged him.
If we can't understand him to begin with, I don't think he probably understands you.
But he
guessing,
can
maybe.
receive a sending, so he has to comprehend.
You got a point there.
If he can receive a sending, he has to be able to comprehend at least what I'm saying.
I just verified.
Okay,
I just verified. On her sheet.
If she can receive it, she has to at least understand what I'm saying to her. To she, you say.
But anyway, I guess
You actually in the attention you're paying, in the midst of that almost tantrum of a communication, you see a boulder. Not an enormous boulder, but a boulder.
That's a nice boulder.
Just yeet out of the cave entrance and go out and arc, and it definitely lands somewhere out in the forest nearby, near the front.
Jeez.
But it just yee.
I think if y'all are fine with it, I'll send to her and let her know I was the one who sent to her earlier, and I just was hoping we could.
You know what?
Talk.
You know what? I think I've got this, and I'll just walk off. Where's the cave?
And I'm on your shoulder, so I'm going to.
And as he starts to walk off, I'm still going to cast that sending.
And as you cast that sending, you actually get, real quick before I continue on that, I just realized that you burned up the entirety of the Voyager staff. Yeah. So Luca is not going to reattune to it because there is no reason to.
It's got no purpose.
Unless he's got something that gives a better bonus to his spells, because it does give a +1 bonus to.
Spell attacks. Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah.
So
never mind. It does
gives a better bonus.
It does have a purpose. Never mind. You're right. Thank you for seeing that. I forgot it.
I also have the Fate Healer's deck, which gives a +2 bonus to those sorts of things. If you'd like that instead.
Ooh. I will.
Oh wait, it requires achievement by a cleric or paladin.
Oof.
That's probably why.
Oh, you have it.
You don't have it. I don't. I guess. I think I've been holding on to it for Derek or something.
Something like that.
Aren't you part paladin?
Don't worry, he's holding on to something for you too. It's fine. But yeah, you start walking off after the reattunement frenzy, and
Oh, I did get to change my attunement before walking up.
yeah, I'm assuming that there was that moment of like of taking the rest of that time.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Because other than that, that tantrum of throwing a stone or a boulder out of the front of the lair, like she didn't come out.
And my sending went through.
And your sending went through, and you hear in the sending, as well as everybody else hearing up in the cave again, kind of roaring and just nonsense words in Draconic.
I love that for her.
I think that means she's willing to see us. Oh.
As I start to get closer, I'm going to attempt to call out.
Also, any of you who may have used the short rest thing.
I need a short rest. I can get my inspo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Luca needed his inspo back. I know that.
Right.
So did you?
So sad.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. My rolls
Dice has
today.
spoken.
Dude, my rolls today have been just not the greatest. I don't think I've
Every
gotten
now
once
and then.
over 20 with my rolls today.
If
Other
it
than
makes you
when I
feel
used
better,
the
we're walking
boost.
into a dragon's lair, but like
I know.
your odds weren't that great anyway.
I know, but still, if I would have rolled really well, it could have been quite spectacular.
All right, so
You know what? I'll follow behind them at a respectful distance.
As I approach, I call out in Celestial, because I feel like that might help. There might be a connection there. Who knows? But anyway, I'll call out in Celestial that I am Doomerin, the Doomslayer. What would the correct...
Turn that off real quick. Jeremy, what would be the correct term, not just a cordite, like someone like Doomerin who's so devout to
Zealot?
would it be just be zealot, or would it be
zealot,
like
chosen of.
chosen? Yeah, because he knows because he does know he's chosen for eternal
Paladin.
conflict or whatever. So
Or you can say paladin of course.
chosen paladin.
Chosen paladin.
Alright.
Akira would be more of a cordite because they are new. So Akira is learning the religion. So Akira would be more of a cordite. You would be beyond that. A courtling, if you will.
Of course. What are these Pokemon evolutions? You're a Cordling, I'm a Cordite. The dragon's a Gigadite.
I was thinking Cordelia.
Giga Cordite.
No, I'm thinking
Yeah.
Cordelia.
All right. Anyway.
Cordelio, indeed.
I, Doomerin, the Doomslayer, chosen of Cord, beseech you to... He's still dumb as a box for rocks, actually. Beg of you to enter talking with me, please.
As y'all
Continue striding.
go ahead. As y'all get closer and closer, the calling out, you are... That's right. I need to put him to back. There we go. Much better. As y'all are stepping up, you call, and there's something rushing through the air, and you see what looks like a body in chainmail that just Skyrim glitches through the air, just full on, just whoa, 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 as it just gets yoked out of the cave.
Is there a horse currently standing almost vertically on a rock?
Not currently.
As if,
Did his armor look
do
magical flying by?
I was gonna ask.
No,
if
it looked
recognizable.
Yeah, it looked fucked up, and it had tatters of what looked like Dwendalian red and black.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Wasn't that like part of like the team that came up here to begin with?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost definitely.
And it's not even thrown at you guys,
Just
because
tossed.
it's not. Yeah, it's just yoked out from the cave in a reckless sort of manner.
Nice.
Angry.
And
Yes, I noticed.
more barking, more.
Is there a spell at work
Feral.
here? Can I tell that yet? Or do I need... Can I get closer to the dragon?
Yeah, it's like I need to be able to see it so I
like,
can
get it.
kind of observe.
And I'd like to
wanna be able to
follow
observe if there's
respectfully
a,
closely behind.
Yeah, if I'm not next to Slayer as he walks, I'm definitely
I
right
would
behind him.
actually, honestly, I would actually pick Shade up off my shoulder and set him down and wave back at you guys just to like suggest that you stay back. You guys can
Fair
come
enough.
if you want, but that is what Slayer does.
So as you go to pick me up to put me down and whatnot, I'd be like, wait, I got this. And he casts invisibility on himself.
Okay.
I'm walking respectfully behind. You are not changing my decision.
All right. If y'all are
You couldn't,
Y'all are
shake
making-
Akira. You couldn't shake Akira if you wanted to.
making your approach, go ahead and roll stealth.
I am not being stealthy about it.
Okay. Anybody
just
who's
invisible.
planning on being
I know it doesn't help because I know they're gonna see me. I know
Fair
this. I don't think Shade knows this yet.
fair
First
enough.
time fighting a dragon, or in the presence of a dragon.
Is
Akira is following, but also like being careful. So they did roll stealth. They got
Okay.
17. And Jeremy, you should be able to see it.
You know
copy
what?
that.
For shits and gigs, because I'm dead silent.
Would I need to re-roll my stealth since I did the invisibility and stuff, or is it still the
Or
same?
at least this-
Yeah, you were.
I
Yeah,
feel
that
like
was
I'm
on your approach. So yeah, I'll take a reroll.
Me too.
There you
And
go.
that-
And I would say, and Jeremy, I would say mine is not so much for stealth as it is for caution in a way. Just kind of like making sure I'm following behind Slayer, but I'm just being, in case there's something else besides this dragon here.
In
Just
a
in case.
yeah, in a
Understandable.
similar vein, that's kind of my style as well. Like I'm not trying to hide. I'm just trying to not be
Yeah.
that guy.
I guess I need to throw out Luca and Kassirs and Adarius.
Oh, Darius is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We would bring him for this.
Yeah. Adarius would not.
experience.
And he also wouldn't. That's his duty. Luca charged him
Yeah.
with making sure nothing happens to Akira, so I can't
Yeah.
get him.
Both above and on table is good experience for Darius.
And even more so, y'all just scored him mithril armor.
Yeah,
So he's actually being kind of quiet.
The temptation if I should have done pass without a trace first.
I would
You
had
have
the same
pass
score,
without
but-
trace.
Key.
Oh,
Oh right.
Alter self,
I don't-
invisibility, knock, and pass without a trace.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything. It's
Granted,
fine.
It's like I get one charge of them, but
I mean, you had a moment back there where like I stressed, so like you'd maybe, that'd be a moment where you're like, yeah, I should really try to be
extra
not
sneaky.
noticed.
Yeah, so they probably would have done the pass without a trace then before they're doing invisibility.
Okay. Rather than doing invisibility?
Actually, yeah. Especially,
Or are they both concentration?
I think they are.
They very much are.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I don't know.
Well, the
It's up
pass
to you.
the pass without the trace would benefit everybody. Invisibility would be more of like me as doing a scouting thing by myself solo instead. So if I'm trying to help everybody, it probably would be the pass without the trace then, not the invisibility.
All right, then Nyack and Akira, y'all are up in the 20s instead of the teens.
Hell
that
yeah.
would make mine 27.
And I am gone with a 41.
Indeed, you're walking behind Slayer's leg.
You're on the
No,
ethereal
he
plane right
is
now.
my cloak. I don't wear a cloak, so he is
Yeah.
my cloak.
Yeah.
Like,
Because like I have my
Just
cloak and I just
hanging.
kind of put the hood up over his head and whatnot and just kind of chill just behind him, peeking over his
Yeah.
ear.
More of a mantle cape,
Yeah.
just kind of there.
yeah.
All right.
Cats are liquid, so
So
That's right.
It fits, I sits.
indeed. So
It's
as
Plus my daggers as well. They
As-
fit everywhere.
Like, I have disadvantage on stealth, so like I'm not even trying to be quiet. Like,
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
again, you're also
so-
like not, being hidden because you are making your presence known as you walk in.
exactly, it's all good. It's all good. So
'cause I
there
have
it
an
goes.
idea.
Come on. There it goes. Unfuck yourself. There it goes.
hey,
I said unfuck yourself. All right. So
no, that's
Uh,
my name.
as you go walking in, come on thing, you're supposed to do the thing. Don't be a bastard.
That's
Here we go. So as you go walking into this area, it is a well carved out little cave area, though it looks like there are signs of recent enough battle that there's claw marks in the ground, little bits of blood splatter here and there, a couple of bodies off to the sides, and in similar regalia to that poor unfortunate soul that got yeeted to Jotunheim. And as you come in, you see this dragon that is, it's curled up. It's almost, now that you can see it, it almost looks frightened, as its eyes are filled with lightning. Its neck, the storm girdle about its neck still, lightning coursing from it, arcing out to its wings and out. This music is way too cheerful.
Let me find something.
And
This is giving Tiptoe Through the Tulips vibes.
yeah, for real.
Yeah, let's see.
And
Be quiet.
Nyack, there's a, as you approach, not even you approach, Slayer, when you get past a certain point on your way in, you hear a voice pop from right here.
Oh,
And I don't know if you recognize the voice, but Nyack sure fucking does. Pretty bird, I heard you were looking into this dragon after sending our people to die at its claws. Whatever value it is to you, it is no longer.
Oh shit!
And it's the last of its words are laughter, as you hear the maniacal laugh of Ludinus Delath. And as that triggers, Dawes suddenly, very loud, very offended at hearing this voice, perhaps again. And it's time for initiative.
Was it Ludinus'
What do I get to make
body,
that?
or was it just like an alarm?
Do you get to make your what?
My observation.
Which observation?
Is there some kind of effects upon
You can
thoughts, like
you can
like
tell whatever the last time that you saw her in your vision, she did not have the lightning in her eyes. She didn't look feral. She looked quite normal, in fact. But in this moment, you can see the absence of intelligence, the absolute terror of a creature that is much more used to being aware and knowledgeable, and nothing makes sense. And all of a sudden there's people marching in who are heavily armed. You can intuit that this dragon is not doing great comparatively.
So, okay. Question on
But
my
for
end.
I'll say for Shade, Nyack, Akira, and Kassir, was Kassir the one that got fucking high? Yes. So for those folk, you will all have advantage on your initiative rolls.
Yes.
I mean,
Not that
I'll roll
Shade-
again, but
I'll say not that Shade needs it, you motherfucker.
Now, quick question is: because I have to leave?
No, this is rolling initiative and then ending session.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
okay,
expect
okay,
us
I
to
was
go
nervous.
into it with two guys down.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, we're throwing initiative and we're heading out.
Let's go. Two natties
Gotcha.
for initiative. Let's go.
And I have one question.
Yeah,
Did the voice come from a body, or did it come from like an alarm?
it came from a rock.
A
off to the
rock.
side
Okay.
That suddenly sprouted a mouth and sassed, and the mouth disappeared.
Oh, that's right. I had
Oh,
I had
it's one of
advantage.
those things.
So I went from a 21 to a 22.
Hey,
Hey.
noise.
Hey,
Any improvements?
better.
Improvement.
What was that one, Slayer?
With the necklace of intellect that I have, fit around like one of the digits of the dragon.
Possibly.
I see where you're going. I see where you're going with this.
I also have several uses of
That
this
takes-
object.
That takes time to do.
It does take time to do.
That'd be a battle, dude.
Indeed.
60 rounds of combat in.
It finally gets its smarts about it.
I mean, I have Dispel Magic. If we want to go that route.
That's 600 rounds of combat in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, you
Definitely.
said yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
being a
yeah,
sarcastic asshole.
A sarcastic hole?
Oh,
Nailed it. All right. Well, we're gonna get initiative down. Everything will be ready for next week. A good time, hopefully, to be had by all. Until then, though, let's take a break for the week. Hope that our comrades who are currently beset by power outages, either of the real and electrical sort or the emotional and body sort, I hope both power outages sort themselves out so we can see you next week. We love you so much, and we miss you. So, until next time, Patreon, Twitch sub, any of that stuff. But please, as always, remember that kindness is free. And please, please, please keep going.
I'm going to say it again. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notification. Check out the TikTok, check out the Patreon, check out the Twitch, check out the YouTube, check out all the good things.
Van Sands to sponsor us.
Everyone knows the lily of the valley, a sunburst of a dahlia of roses, sharp thorns. But the prettiest, sweetest of the flowers only grows on the farther shore. Sweet tart cherries and blackberries on the bush, bursting with nectar when the peel has been shorn. But the sweetest and most bountiful of orchards only grows on the farther shore. Till you go to the farther shore, that paradise to rest when your old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore. Wild temptations haunt this earthly coil. Some may resist them, though others can't ignore. But the promises of pure imagination take us all to the farther shore. It must be everything that everyone was promised. It must be all that we could ever want and more. It must be better than the love we leave behind us. They only know on the farther shore. Till I go to the farther shore. This paradise to rest when this old heart can beat no more. We all go to the farther shore. We all go to the farther shore.
I want to hear everybody, come on.
Till I go to the farther shore.
Till I go now, yeah.
Rest when this old heart can be no more.
Heart can be no more.
We all go to the farther shore.
Let me hear you now.
To the farther shore.
Show a grin, wake the dead.
Till I go to the farther shore.
Till I go now, yeah.
Rest when this old heart can be no more. We all go to the farther shore.
Let me hear
to the farther shore.
Let me hear you is everyone
to the farther shore.
Sing it, everyone to the farther shore. Thank you very much, everyone. In memory of a friend.